try this again. Alright.
No.
Is it work? Is it going now? God damn it. Okay. Alright, apparently now it wants to fucking work. Now that I've already had a goddamn aneurysm, and I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail for the stream. Because my... Okay. Let's try this again, folks. I firmly apologize for what just happened. I don't know why it happened, but, yeah, it did. So.
Shit happens. At least you resolved it.
Yeah. Well, still pissed off as hell.
On a positive note, hey guys, I'm not late this time. Yay!
Yeah, holy shit.
I also have a few to those who watch and are subscribed to me. I actually do have a quick, easy peasy announcement. Over the past couple of months, I've been rebuilding my Resident Evil collection, and between now and February, most of my playthroughs are going to be just plain old Resident Evil. No, seriously, all I need is Resident Evil 8 and the Resident Evil 3 remake, and my PlayStation Resident Evil collection will basically be complete.
Well, there you go.
I'll basically own every Resident Evil game that's on PS4 and PS5.
Well, that's sweet. Yeah, so...
And, even though Resident Evil Director's Cut is on PS Plus, I bought it as well, so I could play it when my service was out. And I plan on buying the original Resident Evil 2 and 3 when they drop on PS Plus, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be an option to buy them as well. But my Resident Evil collection is almost complete, and that's basically going to be what my bread and butter is going to be between now and February. So, buckle in, folks.
Alright. Well, what I've got coming down the pipeline, obviously, yeah, I had to... Well, I didn't have to. I chose to just, at least for the time being, give up on the Jurassic World Aftermath playthrough because some shit done pissed me off in it. As I said in my community post yesterday, there's a lot that I'm willing to tolerate. What I cannot tolerate is a cheap death incurred when a raptor should not be in pursuit mode, so it shouldn't even be contemplating sticking its head underneath a table or into a vent and snapping its jaws at me. But apparently the game registered that I was within biting range and decided that, oh hey, fuck you, you're dead. So
basically Alien Isolation with retarded AI.
Pretty much. And so I basically just said, fuck you, game. No, one day I will probably return to after Jurassic World Aftermath when I get a PC that I would be comfortable with streaming on, streaming gameplay on. But
right.
But that just left a sour taste in my mouth, that particular incident. So I don't know why. I don't know why I force myself into a box where it's like once a year. It's like I will just create I'll just be like, well, this year we're going to try to be a little more organized. We're going to be community based, and we're going to have polls, and it's like then at like 1 or 2 months goes by, and my brain shits itself, and I just lose interest. And I'm pretty sure my viewers are tired of that by now. The fact that I still have viewers is nothing short of a miracle to me.
Yeah, I've been going through the same thing. You notice how it's been almost a week since Resident Evil 4 Part 3 went up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna be reporting Part 4 tonight, and Part 4 should go up either tomorrow or Sunday. But I'm actually going to church on Sunday, so
Well, there you go.
yeah. I was gonna call you sooner, but missionaries randomly stopped by, and I had to. Well, I didn't have to. I chose to let them in and catch up. Well, one of them got transferred, so it was one of the old ones and a new one. But still, missionary showed up, which means the church did not forget about me, and that boosted my mood.
Well, that's good.
Like they didn't forget about me, so I'm in a really good mood right now. So, what's on the agenda?
Well, first off, as far as what I've got coming down the pipeline video-wise, so yesterday I had my playthrough of the other Jurassic Park 3 game for the Game Boy Advance. There is a park. There is a park builder, but I don't count that.
Yeah, if you're talking about the game, if you're talking about like if it's like evolution, then yeah, I'm not really big into. I haven't been into those games since like the old days of Zoo Tycoon.
Yeah, it's not my thing either. So, this coming, so the 30th, which I think is a Monday, will be I'll be let my brain unfuck itself for a quick second. My playthrough of the Sega arcade, the Jurassic Park for the arcade that was made by Sega in '94. That video will be going up.
It's funny you mentioned that by Sega because you remember in our call last night I mentioned there was like a Star Wars arcade game by Sega.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually came across a playthrough of that this morning after finally getting around to watching your Jurassic Park 3 video, and I don't know if that was emulate or not, but good lord, it was interesting to see.
It would have to be.
Yeah, Sega had a bunch of bangers back in the 90s.
And then, so, my 4th of July special this year is going to be another arcade game. This one made by Konami, and it's their G.I. Joe game.
Yep, that's that's Chris's way of being patriotic this year, which kudos.
I mean, nothing says Happy Independence Day like watching a bunch of like watching a four Joes fight terrorism.
Dude, I still have a DVD somewhere, and I still have a DVD somewhere in storage that one of my uncles gave me. It was a like one of the old GI Joe cartoons. I'm pretty sure there were multiple ones, so I couldn't tell you which one. But I have a DVD in there somewhere. I have to dig out and tell you about it.
I have the complete series box set for the original series from the '80s.
Well, the 80s when cartoons were actually good.
Yeah, and people can bitch and moan about how they were made to sell toys, and it's like, so they were still good shows. Some of them, there were a lot of shit ones.
I mean, are you serious? James Rolfe described Power Rangers as an extended toy commercial.
I mean, he isn't wrong.
I like Power Rangers, and well, I had a bunch of Power Rangers toys growing up. Heck, a lot of my old Mighty Morphin ones came from garage sales. Yeah, it seems like garage selling now you don't score anything great, but garage selling when I was a kid, I used to score a bunch of toys from a bunch of different 80s and 90s shit that I just grew interest in. Yeah. And some of it was actually from the 70s, and I'm pretty sure I made my dad proud of that. But yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down. G.I. Joe for July 4th, and I don't really have anything planned for July 4th unless you guys want to hear a really shitty cover of the Katy Perry song, Firework. No, I'm kidding. I'm probably going to sing either. If I do a cover, it's going to be either Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue by Toby Keith, or It's America by Rodney Atkins. No, wait.
Should do America. You should do the Team America theme.
I'll consider that for sure. Might be multiple anyway.
And then on July 6th, I have a video for the demo of a new Zelda-inspired indie adventure game called Azeron Islands of the Jinn. And when I say Zelda-like, I mean when you play it, or if you watch a clip of it on YouTube or Twitter, it's very obvious that the guy who is developing it is a huge fan of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and he wears that influence on his sleeve. And I more power to him.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, because when I was still on Xbox, there was this game on Game Pass called Power World, which was heavily inspired by Pokemon, but Nintendo can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I've heard of Power World. I've seen some video on it. It's not.
It's actually.
It's
yeah,
not my.
I know
it's not my thing, but
it's still cool. Like, still cool, but I know online gaming is not your thing. Which, let's face it, online gaming is shit nowadays anyway.
Pretty much. So let's start with the videos, the reactions.
Hey, is that John Boyega?
Ah. I don't
Life
think.
After the sequel trilogy hasn't been great to him.
So, we're starting off with a trinity of chat music. Well, one of them is chat music. The other two are from a channel called WCS Wild Comments Songs.
Now, isn't chat music the original channel behind the Snow White songs? The Mirror, Mirror on the Wall.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. I keep coming across their videos, but I keep forgetting to subscribe. But that's really good. It's really entertaining shit.
All right, so we'll start this. Something, I don't know what's going on with this dude's head, but
That's a five head.
Just looking at the title, should already tell you exactly the direction of where this is gonna go.
Better hide your baby oil. You better have that big ass forehead.
I'm sorry, what?
What? I didn't say anything. All I did was laugh.
No, not you.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Excuse me, the fuck did you just say?
I'm sorry. What the fuck? Technical difficulties.
Dude.
Okay, I know where this is going.
Bro got something stuck in the back of his mind. Bro got extra storage, just God gives skins to 2 sizes too big. But when he gets smarter, bro's mom said he'll grow into it. Bro puts his memories in folders, bro trying to get a grip. Rest of his skull ain't downloaded. Bro finally let it go of the big idea. Bro's mom didn't grab him by the ears. Take a moment to gather your thoughts. Bro, take a cold shower. Me scratching my balls.
What the actual fuck?
sometimes it is legitimately unhinged. And I kind of love it.
I never thought I'd see anything more unhinged in my family, but here we are.
Hey, I think it's a bit loose. Bro, ate the gum fruit. Is your hand the liquefied tool? When you hold your breath, does it blow up like a balloon? Whose body did he steal? Cause it's not fitting. Cleared his browser history. A barber's nightmare, bro, took headspace too literally. He got room for improvement. All that head needs. He was meant to be a genius. Try the pinch and roll technique. They took the wrong foreskin, bro, made up of clay.
They took the wrong foreskin.
Wait, what? My phone shit itself.
They took the wrong
foreskin.
My God. I am so glad the missionaries aren't here for this shit.
Oh my Lord. Oh my God in heaven.
Okay, let's not take the Lord's name in vain more than we have to. I'm just kidding, I really don't care.
Make a mind without the mind, bro, got double skin on his face. This guy must be a journalist, look at his headlines. How my goals be during summers, it only takes 14 muscles to smile. But this guy gets a full workout when he frowns. Oh, when he frowns. We rockin' foreheads with brims now. Bro got a whole skin beanie. Wave game's crazy, Brandon's worst enemy. Wave bro got a whole last title sequence, jello head. Forget everything you know, bro, after that.
My God. I was sitting here silently, just dying inside. Also, question.
Do what?
Why did you put my face on the manly one, your face on the girl? I mean, I'm clearly the more feminine of the two.
Because I thought it would be funny.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Funnier than the joke I was about to make.
And it's for the record, that's what I'm using in the thumbnail for this stream is the Dino Crisis 2 wallpaper. So your face is right on your face is on Dylan and mine is on Regina.
Well, specifically my Godzilla picture, but you can't really find any pictures of me anywhere now because, well, I don't know, it's called privacy, but I'm about to be more comfortable putting my face on the internet again.
Well, I figured I was initially going to use your actual profile pic, but I was like, nah, the Godzilla one's funnier.
Yeah, it makes more sense, considering, Dino Crisis.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I'm probably doing a playthrough of the first one in the future once I fucking figure it out with Chris's playthrough.
Yeah. Alright. Now let's move on to
more reliable. It's a more reliable, straightforward guide anyway.
Yeah. Oh my... Okay, so this next one is... I'm sure everybody has seen that viral video of those two nitwits, those two paid agitators, who saw no problem with blocking a woman from getting to work so she could support her kids. And the infamous, oh no, not work.
Please tell me to get ran over.
I wish, but they do get roasted in the comments. Now, WCS is not the same as chat music, because chat music actually attempts to make them rhyme. WCS just just plucks whatever.
They don't give a shit.
It doesn't rhyme. It doesn't rhyme, and it doesn't have to, which is okay. Whatever.
Yeah, because I asked if they got ran over because you remember that Upchurch video where he was ripping on that video of protesters getting ran over, and he goes, "Come on, big bag, if you ain't first, you're last," and then he just shows the clip of them getting ran over.
Yup.
I can't find it anywhere.
Curtis, yeah, good old Wiggly Tough.
Whatever the hell that is.
Well, first he was calling her Clefairy, and then he called her Wigglytuff.
Oh, right.
In my opinion, she looked like a Snorlax, but...
Damn. Hey, you're allowed to dish out those insults.
I ain't that big.
That's not what I... Oh, my God. I put them out, too. I wasn't saying you were fat. God.
Freaking idiot.
Okay. I guess I am. Like, gee, I'm trying to piss you off here.
Yeah, well, let's just say...
Story of my life.
Alright.
Resident Evil 4 reference for the win.
Alright. On with the...
Okay, let's not let me get into another spur. Let's see what this video has to offer, shall we?
Oh no, not work. I can't.
So you don't care about stopping black people from going to work?
Man Bun says it all.
Yeah. Oh, and he's so progressive that he doesn't care that he's stopping a black woman from going to work.
The lack of self-awareness is really showing right now.
You know what it is some people have never actually held a normal job, and so they don't understand what it's like to be those of us who do work.
Son.
Yep.
Sorry, there was a retarded frog in my throat.
100% never worked a day in his life. It's almost like missing a day of work. Should've ruined your life. Man, but with an energy drink would last about 5 minutes in the real world. He probably has a liberal arts degree and wants his education paid for. He's getting a paycheck. Professional agitators get paid.
He most definitely is. I guarantee you, the people who are at these protests do not. They're either retirees or they just get paid to stir shit up.
Right. Yeah, well, the history of YouTube, if the history of YouTube is anything to go by, rage baiters eventually get humiliated.
That's true.
I mean, look at Johnny Salami, Master Oogway, Michael Does Light.
Vitaly.
Oh, well, he definitely fucked around, found out. Yeah, didn't Atozy do another update since our last stream?
Atozy and Jamari, which I have a brand new clip to the folder that can easily summarize how I feel about professional nuisances.
Literally, their minds are dumb getting fucked by stupid in real time.
You need to send that to me.
All right.
I also still need the disappointed clip, but that can wait.
Yeah, I'll try to remember to send those to you after the stream.
No pressure. I'm just saying. Anyways. Oh.
I felt that in my soul.
God damn. Oh, god damn. What the fuck was that?
What was what?
Oh, I for some reason had a clip on the end of the table and it was holding on, but it just literally snapped off at the wall and it scared the living shit out of me.
Good job.
I thought I was getting shot at from outside. I was like, Lily's gun is locked up. What the fuck?
This man Bun tells you everything you need to know. Don't forget Karen Mac, pointy finger.
Good lord. Yeah. Yeah, we can't forget about the pink-haired Karen over here on the side.
She's so crazy her hair immediately went back to gray because life said you don't get to have pink hair.
Ugh.
Yeah, this is a certified bra moment.
And as far as the guy goes, the only people who should be wearing man buns are veterans and samurai.
Yeah, because then it's actually manly.
Yeah.
Look how the white lady hides when she's called out. You can see the craziness in their eyes. It's always in
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing TDS.
Yeah, the eyes are the window to the soul, and, if that's the case, then, ooh, daddy.
Yeah, she definitely looks like a Cheeto Man bad person.
Yeah, the kind of person who migrated to Blue Sky, and
What the fuck is Blue Sky?
it's supposed to be, like, pre-Elon Twitter, and it's so toxic that people are actually leaving it in droves to go back to Twitter.
Well, shit. That's just a certified bra moment in itself. I mean, goddamn.
For real.
They literally look possessed. These people see injustice, racism, and corruption everywhere except within. This picture sums up why the left is losing voters. Thanks for birthing new Republican voters every day. Props to that lady trying to get to work and support her family. Check your white privilege is what she should have said. Lucky she's on video. It might have saved her job.
That is true.
Goddamn.
That is very true. That probably is what... The fact that this video's online is probably the only reason she's still employed. I don't know where she works.
Well, she must have a really cool boss then.
I hope so.
Yeah, not all bosses are assholes, just saying.
That is very true.
It's just the ones that I had happen to be assholes, but hey, shit happens. Life goes on.
It might have saved her job. This isn't protesting. This is harassment.
Honestly, the music's fire.
Free Palestine!
The Ace Ventura clip actually fit.
Yeah. Yeah, along with the Napoleon Dynamite and the Carlton.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised to describe the voters they didn't show the frickin' scene of him in a rhino's ass. Oh, come on, you were thinking the same thing too.
Free Palestine!
In downtown Detroit and east
For
side
my
LA.
future kids. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
Just trying to do my job, homeless drug
Free
addict.
Palestine! I said! Free Palestine!
Bro.
Not only is that an awesome comment, they spelled her name wrong, which makes it better.
Yes. She does kind of look like Rachel Zegler.
I'm still reeling from her getting yeeted.
Hey, that That is absolute cinema, is what that was.
Yeah, cue the dwarves coming to save the day, and they just get drop kicked into oblivion.
Yes. And neither could anybody at these Free Palestine protests, because it's not a real country.
Dude, that just makes me think to seeing pictures of people with signs saying queers for Palestine. And it's like, you do realize that saying queers for Palestine is literally the same thing as saying blacks for the Klan, right?
Or Jews for Jesus.
Literally. Like, you realize that. And yeah, maybe you have a big heart, but I'm sorry, but you're literally cheering on things that would give a fuck less if you were dead.
They're so open-minded that their brains rolled out of their skulls.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not racist or prejudiced. I'm just saying the facts. Like, those are just straight facts, homie. Seriously, this whole Palestine thing is getting really fucking old.
You know what it is with
Actually,
these
pretty much stale at this point.
You know what it is with these people is they just want an excuse to be angry, and they don't know why.
Oh, sounds like Trump haters.
I mean, a lot of the Free Palestine people are Trump haters anyway, so...
Yeah. Did you know that apparently the Dixie Chicks got canceled for a while because they protested the war that George Bush was having over there in Iran, I think it is. And
Iraq. No, what happened is one of them decided to use their fame as a platform to criticize Bush during the Iraq War, and I remember Larry the Cable Guy has a bit about this. He goes, well, here's the problem. You're a country singer. That's a patriotic fan base you've got. You might as well went down to a church with a megaphone and started yelling, Walmart sucks.
Yeah. I mean, can we all collectively agree that with 9/11, the people behind 9/11, when they did that, they fucked around and found out?
I mean, they're still finding out.
Mm-hmm.
We may not be in Afghanistan anymore, but they are still finding out.
Yeah. Refer to our Godzilla -1 video if you want to, for a really good bit on that.
Anyways.
Yep, let's go.
She thinks you have Palestine in the back of your truck. I can't believe this truck driver won't just free Palestine. It's obviously very important to the crack lady. You knew something was up when you noticed she's wearing a winter glove as a sock. She thinks Palestine is some rapper in prison. Oh yeah, she's gonna make a huge difference. She's gonna change the world. Bro declined the side quest. Mom delivered a GTA line and then proceeded to throw her out like a GTA character. Ragdoll physics never fail.
Bruh. That's the best fucking one, I swear.
I mean, let's be real. That is true.
That is, my God.
I love how she rolled perfectly into the homeless position. Damn, it threw her back to person. She got tossed out like the unwelcome drunk in an 80s movie. He just freed Palestine on the sidewalk. That's how you handle people who decide to climb into your vehicle uninvited. Truck driver possesses outstanding problem-solving skills. That was gratifying
Wait, go back.
How far?
I just want to read this one again. Remember his outstanding problem solving. He really does.
Yes.
Like he took no shit. He just went, you.
That was gratifying to watch. Thank you, kind sir. And with that throw, Palestine is now free.
Speaking of overseas, Razor Fist had a take on Razor Fist had a take on the B-2 bombing of Iran, and it's beautiful.
Oh, brother.
It's called "Iran was an IQ test. Your favorite pundits flunked."
Stop me if you've heard this one before. Bombing occurs, breathless auguries alleging the onset of World War III abound. 48 hours later, it's all but over, and all we accomplished was give an engagement to a talentless cabal of carny influencers on the so-called right, none of whom had a damn word to say about politics prior to Trump's inauguration in 2016, and all of whom slinked silently away to Juiceburg another day. Lather, rinse, repeat!
Apparently, I'm back in time for World War III, and
No, you're back in time to get exposed for the grifting shill you've always been.
Yeah, we were talking about this retard last night. I saw your post this morning about how apparently she had this bitch literally has a fucking doxing website.
She did when she was pretending to be a far leftist. She ran a social campaign or a social site that purely existed to dox the identities of conservatives and their families on social media.
Yeah, cue your clip of Hank Hill going, "What a bitch."
Yeah, she Candace Owens has always been one thing. She's always been two things: a grifter and a clout chaser. This broad went from far left to neocon to woke right within the last 10 years.
Yeah, this lady is to maturity, honesty, and integrity. She's to those things what Andrew Tate is to masculinity, what Amber Heard is to sanity, and what Alec Baldwin is to gun safety.
Funny that you say that because she is very close friends with Andrew Tate.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Lily have been using those jokes.
Yep. Plus, let's be real, she's just not pleasant to look at.
Yeah, let's move on so I don't have to stare at that anymore.
I hate to say that we told you so. By we, I mean me and Ian Carroll. Ian, I mean, it's incredible. And
there's a lot of people who really desperately wanted World War III to happen just so they could say, "I told you so." Those people should be tried for treason.
looking like we may be going to war, which either I had a crystal ball, you had a crystal ball, could see into the future, or this has been the most obvious and the most planned war in the history.
And we're not the only ones. A lot of people saw it coming. It was clearly the agenda.
As is often the case in our current news cycles, as you were talking, the president just posted on Truth Social moments ago saying, quote, a ceasefire has been, quote, fully agreed to by Israel and Iran.
I think that Trump would be very easily swayed to think all you need to do is show him some intelligence reports, show him like some spooky stuff about Iran stuff.
No, that's Ian Carroll.
I was trying to make a bad joke. He has the Doctor's Respect mustache.
I love how false confident they are.
Dude, this is like the interview Dan Schneider had with that one guy like a year ago.
They were so confident. Trump had just kicked off World War III. Then, not even 12 hours later...
That one didn't age quite so well.
Literally.
Stockpile of, like, almost nuclear material. Be like, look, they almost have a bomb.
So I trust Tucker beyond, more than any person in politics.
There will be a complete and total ceasefire 6 hours from now. Again, this just happened. I don't want to spring this on you. And we're trying to figure out exactly what it means. It's a rather lengthy post on Truth Social.
The MAGA movement is going to change, okay?
Yeah, Trump is on the edge right now. He's ready to burn his entire legacy to the ground because everything was laid out for him. All he had to do was close the border, deport a bunch of people, and not go to war. And so far, it's failing on all three counts and actually going to the wars we didn't want. And
excuse me?
Because everything was laid out for him. All he had to do was close the border, deport a bunch of people.
Close the border, deport a bunch of people. The last time I heard, border crossings were down by more than 90%. Illegal border crossings. Deport a bunch of people? Yeah, we've had well over 1 million illegals being deported since he took office. He's got to pump those numbers up because compared to Obama's deportation rates, those are rookie numbers. But...
Well, isn't it Obama's fault we were having that situation to begin with?
You know what's funny is Obama deported more people than Trump did his first term.
Huh. I did not know that.
The issue we're dealing with on the illegals was caused by Bazooka Joe and Camel Toe Harris just opening the border and saying, "Come inside."
Yeah, the amount of deaths that led to.
The amount of deaths it has led to, the amount of jobs that Americans are losing out on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not go to war. And so far, it's failing on all three counts.
And we're not in war. Iran has been flapping their mouths, but they also shut the fuck up right quick.
Going to the wars we didn't want, and it's
all they can do is puff out their chests and feign strength when they know good and well we can kick their ass again and again and again and again.
America.
And we don't even have to deploy troops to do it. That's the beautiful part.
They just keep doing it to themselves.
Now, personally, I would rather we not get embroiled in another war until long after we shouldn't get embroiled in another war anyway, but personally, I would rather we focus on fucking ourselves. But at the same time, we should be keeping an eye out on a hostile regime that is openly chanting death to Israel, death to America.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. That doesn't mean we have to attack them on a whim, which that's not what Trump did.
Yeah.
Now my mouth is just running like an open spigot.
An open what?
Like an open spigot.
What the heck is a spigot?
A spout.
Oh, never mind.
Really sad.
Well, it follows exactly what I was saying. Trump is now clearly trying to transition from war maker to peacemaker.
This is going to be the one that Candace is right, Jar. But I'm not, it's not even that I'm right, I'm just paying attention. I'm just paying attention to stuff.
I gotta skip the intro here just because I don't know if that'll get the stream claimed or not.
The people I feel the worst for, and I probably shouldn't, are the pundits who reserve judgment for a day or more, only to finally grab ankle and jump into the anti-Trump rage wank at a little more than peer pressure, all for the privilege of looking ridiculous. I hate to spoil this for you, Sunshine, but you have no peers on social media. This entire platform and every offshoot of it is faker than Pam Anderson's cans. These people do not matter. Hell, these people are not people. You'd see less bot activity on stage at a 90s Chuck E. Cheese, and
He's still got it.
Oh yeah, this man's never slowing down. He's gonna be in his 80s and he'll still be firing. He'll still be firing on all cylinders.
And if YouTube's still a thing, he's still going to be uploading.
Yeah, I mean, why not? He is 40.
Wait, Razorfist is 40?
Yup.
Holy shit, he's older than I thought.
Yeah.
I assume 30s at this point at the least.
Yeah, no, he is, I think he turns 40 this year.
Okay, checks out.
these people are not people. You'd see less bot activity on stage at a 90s Chuck E. Cheese, and yet I feel criticism of these cucks is also somewhat off the mark at the moment. It's not that Owen Schroyer or Candace Owens or Tucker Carlson are actually cranky at Trump on any principle basis. Oh, it's far worse than that and more vacuous a phenomenon by far. Any stand-up comic would recognize it immediately. Folks! They're playing to the damn room. The more they melt it down and mull it about World War III, the more they make inapplicable comparisons to the Iraq War and WMDs and Iran and the current military action, an outright inversion of the facts that I'll explain momentarily, the more engagement you gave them. And that's the most pathetic fact I find. For all the accusations of influencers taking pay to push propaganda on behalf of Israel, Russia, or the savage Orients, the sobering reality is, no, they don't. They do it for free. Look, it's easy to decide on a direction when the herd is all flowing in the self-same direction. But some of us with hard-won experience in that category already knew otherwise. As anyone who's played Death Stranding or watched Jurassic World can confirm, the most popular position is almost always distilled dog shit.
I love that comparison, and I still like Jurassic World.
Probably what?
I like that comparison, and I love that comparison, but I still like Jurassic World.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm eating.
Oh, I already got that out of the way before I started the stream.
Well, I wasn't hungry till now. Sorry.
Because, in my opinion, in my opinion, eating on stream is just bad manners.
Yeah, true. But I had a courtesy to mute.
But he is right in that these people don't give a shit about Trump. They don't care about whether or not we're heading into World War III. All they care about is the engagement you give them. Like what I said earlier about Candace Owens being a grifter and a cloud chaser. That is all of these. That is pretty much 99.5% of these social media conservatives, whether it's Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, the Hodge twins, Patrick Bet-David. Honestly, even some of the faces over at the Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, but Matt Walsh, he just has that beard that, he has that beard where you see that beard, I see that beard on somebody and I automatically assume they're an asshole.
I'm pretty sure that beard is fake.
Yeah, a bitch boy like that couldn't grow an actual beard.
He looks like a Silicon Valley barista that decided to go LARPing as Chuck Norris. And honestly, he sounds like one too.
Yeah. Yeah, about the only person on that side I really like is, about the only one left worth liking is Brett Cooper.
I like Brett Cooper.
Yeah, she's actually having a baby, I last heard. Good for her.
Yeah, and she's moved on from the Daily Wire. She's got her own channel. So
Didn't Wasn't it announced that she's going to Fox?
That I can't say for sure. That I haven't heard.
No, either way, I still think the Daily Wire screwed her over, but that's just me.
Well,
not that it matters, because like you said, she moved on.
Yeah. I mean, I stopped giving them any the time of day when they let Candace Owens air a 3-hour interview with Andrew Tate, where she might as well spend the 3 hours giving him a sloppy toppy.
Yeah, that last part cut out. What?
I gave up on the Daily Wire when they allowed Candace Owens to air a 3-hour-long interview with Andrew Tate, where she might as well spent 3 hours just giving him a sloppy toppy.
Well, I'm finished. Well, I'll have to finish this later. Thanks a lot, ass.
Oh, I think what you meant to say was,
Emotional, damn it! Emotional, damn it! Emotional, damn it! Emotional, damn it!
But yeah, the emotion, that emotional damage will never get old.
Is almost always distilled dog shit. Even when the angry mob is right, it finds a way to be wrong. And now that the dust is settled, you simps need to stop it with the Iran-Iraq war comparisons. Because if you knew the first thing about the first thing about any Persian people, you'd know you sound more tone-deaf than T-Pain with broken auto-tune. Iraq is an Arab country with an Arab government and an Arab religion. Iran is a non-Arab country that, thanks to a pinko peanut farmer's feckless fumblings, not to mention MI6 and the CIA, well...
Yeah, we can thank Jimmy My Name is Earl Carter for Iran becoming...
Who was that on screen just now?
Do what?
Who was that on screen just now?
That was Jimmy Carter, a.k.a. Jimmy My Name is Earl Carter.
Yeah.
Literally, his name is James Earl Carter.
Let's say you were about to say Jones, then, well, I got some news for you.
No, it's Jimmy Carter.
Pinko peanut farmer's feckless fumblings, not to mention MI6 and the CIA, wound up with an Arab occupying government and a forcibly imposed Arab religion. What, you think we bought off and armed Saddam Hussein to militarily pulverize the Persians because Iraqis and Iranians are just so much alike? And before your white witless ass pipes up, no one would agree with me harder on this than an actual Iranian. And Nick Fuentes' 2'4" jizz-bathing bitch ass, unironically repeating it, is proof his IQ is smaller than his inseam. But again, while I believe most of these hapless retards are simply playing to the bot-suffused social media masses, it's not that these nutwipes can't be bought. It's that Alex Jones, Phone Book Fuentes, and the goof in the gay porn stash can be bought for absolutely nothing. For engagement and attention. For validation, viral videos, and more clicks than Trump's desk phone.
In other words, shit that holds no genuine value, just for attention and validation.
Fucking literally.
More clicks than Trump's desk phone. I love that. Or his Diet Coke button.
Wait, what?
Trump has a button on his desk that when he presses it, somebody comes in to bring him a Diet Coke.
Like, are you being serious?
I'm being 100% legit.
Well, goddamn, okay. A man has his needs, but okay.
To be fair, I'd probably have that button installed on my desk if I was the president too, but it would be like a can of Arizona tea.
Yeah, mine will be Bud Light.
Ugh.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't drink anymore. You know this.
Well, even if you were gonna drink, don't make it a Bud Light.
Yeah. They lost my respect 2 years ago.
I mean, Bud Light just tastes like piss in a can anyway, so...
I don't know what you were drinking.
Besides, I I always just revert back to Tom McDonald saying, if you're upset that Bud Light's new spokesperson is trans, just remember you're drinking light beer, so you're pretty much halfway there yourself.
God damn. God damn.
And attention, for validation, viral videos, and more clicks than Trump's desk phone, they can not only be bought, they can be bought for free. So next time, in lieu of looking like the rubber cement swilling sped you happen to be, maybe, possibly, be a man, use your melon, and stand for what you actually stand for, you backbone bereft, nose honk, and unicycle riding clowns. Look, I have been blessed with myriad character flaws. As, for instance, I am more stubborn than popcorn on a back molar, but among my panoply of character defects, a refusal to learn a lesson cannot be counted among them. When Trump dropped bombs on that airfield in the glorified litter box of Syria, I cranked out a rant quicker than a hiccup entitled, Why So Syria? Therein, I explained that if America went to war with yet another Middle Eastern asshat repository, the only Trump term I would support would be in a federal penitentiary. And a week or more later, I look like a damn dunce, and with good reason. Not only did a U.S.-Syria war never properly kick off, it arguably put Putin out to pasture, deferring his long-planned invasion of the Ukraine until bumblet-ass Biden shambled into office due to the fact that the Syria strikes actually killed a gaggle of Russian mercenaries that most certainly were not supposed to be in Syria.
Ooh.
Surprised this man hasn't had a fucking aneurysm by now.
You know what Razorfist is like? He's like a few years ago, somebody asked me to describe him, and the best way I could come up with he's like if Dennis Miller did a fusion dance with the angry video game nerd.
Literally.
He is. He's got that nerd rage mixed with that dry, acerbic wit and extensive vocabulary of Dennis Miller.
Yeah. Literally. Just,
And before
yeah. I got nothing else.
Of Russian mercenaries that most certainly were not supposed to be in Syria. And before you bite back with, well, that's easy to say now, as if everything's perfect in hindsight, and this somehow excuses hipster-bearded bloviation generators like Dave Smith or Joel Webbin spending 2 days signal-boosting bullshitters who claimed Israel's strike was merely a smokescreen to kick off an Iranian regime change war initiated by the United States. First off, I warned your asses not to overreact on hour 1 of this conflict. And second, yes, I imagine hindsight.
Be glad Trump didn't bring it before Congress. They would have declared war, while giggling like schoolgirls. A strategic bombing, the same thing he did in Syria, and even in Iran in 2020, absent a declaration of war, seems to be evidence Trump doesn't intend to inaugurate one.
Yeah.
In response to Rob Schneider, too.
Goddamn. That's a certified bra moment in itself.
I've been seeing people on Twitter, and I don't know how true this is. Somebody can correct me. I've been seeing people on Twitter saying that Congress has not officially declared war since World War II.
And the Congress still hasn't declared any war, so...
So, I don't know how true that is. Somebody can correct me if that's false. But if it is true, it makes me wonder what the fuck we were doing. Getting embroiled in every major conflict since, outside of invading Afghanistan post 9/11. Like, I get why we went into Afghanistan after 9/11. It's just a shame that it got dragged out by warmongering neocons.
Yeah. I tend not to pay attention to these things, honestly.
Yeah. I spent 8 years of my life paying way too much attention to it, and it can really drastically warp your perception of the world around you if you spend as much time looking into it as I did.
I mean, you're not... Yeah, though.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. I'll say all I said was you're not wrong.
Mhm.
And I
He is
thought
a
this
bona-
horse shit the bed again.
Fide state of mind with your head jammed that forklift. And second, yes, I imagine hindsight is a bona fide state of mind with your head jammed that far up your ass. If this had initiated a war, I would have been first in line to attack it as a misguided mission. Not because Iran don't require liberation, though. If you knew as many Iranians as I do, you'd know they're about the only country on earth in genuine, dire need of emancipation from their foreign-installed Arab dictatorship. But after the comedy of errors in the 1950s, Carter crap in the bed in the 70s, and every other shiv we slid into the ribs of the otherwise westernized Persian people, America have the credibility of a Dick Cheney gun safety class, and thus even an organic revolution, if instigated or approved of in any way by the U.S., would have more trust issues than Michael Vick's poodle. If it was still the 70s and Carter had a cock, maybe we could interject and manumit the Iranian people from their proxy puppet government, but that train has long since sailed, my friends. I do cultivate the sincere hope that the Iranians are one day disembarrassed of their dictatorial overlords. They are one of the greatest civilizations on planet Earth, and under other circumstances might make an amazing ally. But America are far too deep in credibility, not to mention monetary deficit, to do so. To recap, Trump bombs Syria, World War III trends on Twitter. 3 weeks later, there's more conflict on an episode of The View than between the U.S. and Syria. Trump bombs Iran in 2020, like the World War III signal. Oops, care for a nothing burger with cheese. And now, after going through the same rigmarole a third and hopefully final time, we see the only thing truly bombed into oblivion was Candace Owens' credibility. It's not about blind loyalty or trusting the plan, pissant. It's about basic pattern recognition and the professionally witless legion of beard-bedecked prom suit-wearing wonder tards in the emerging new right commentariat, few of whom need to shave more than Candace, just prove to you they do not possess any, in the immortal words of the bard. Fuck you, I was right! Fuck you, I was right!
Wait, was that intentional?
Yes. Where do you think I stole it from?
No, I meant the freaking crash out of the video.
Yes.
Oh, he must have known that's what his power. He must have known his power was too great. That shit would never get him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Television network.
Hold on.
What the hell was that?
You criticized him. You're saying that you were complicit in the war.
I don't know what Tucker Carlson is saying. Let him go get a television network and say it so that people listen.
Oh.
Damn.
Someone please explain to Kooky Tucker Carlson that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Yes, please. Explain it to him slow. Use a pop-up book if you have to.
And some crayons.
Yes.
Alligator Alcatraz.
So, Decoy Voice posted this 3 days ago, and as soon as and the first two words out of his mouth in this video, Alligator Alcatraz, I was just like, I've got to save this for the stream, because what the fuck?
Right.
Kason, get ready for some of the most Florida shit you have heard in a long time.
Alligator Alcatraz is not something we expected, but something that was oddly necessary, as the feds continue to ramp up arrests all across the country. And no matter how many dance protests or hotels that they heckle in the evening, these raids are emptying out entire work sites, and even the places they go to shop. Not only what they need for work, but anywhere normally busy is now empty. Now, I've heard estimates of about 1 million undocumented individuals in LA, but I honestly think it could easily be double that. And if you extrapolate that across the country, we're talking 10 million people to deport. So if Trump wants to even hit Obama levels of removals, he's going to need Alligator Alcatraz.
Attorney General James Uthmeyer here. This is an old, virtually abandoned airport facility right in the middle of the Everglades. 30 square mile area is completely surrounded by the Everglades. Presents a efficient, low-cost opportunity to build a temporary detention facility because you don't need to invest that much in the perimeter. People get out, there's not much waiting for them other than alligators and pythons. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide.
And it's not just that it's surrounded by alligator guards. They want this site to utilize the pre-existing runway.
It was chosen because it already has an airstrip. The proposal includes flying people directly out from here for deportation.
As a Florida National Guard will play a key role in operation. They have offered military attorneys to be trained as immigration judges to expedite the legal process. The proposal is designed to detain and hold people for weeks or even months during the immigration process. Nuckmeyer says this can be a low-cost site due to the natural terrain surrounding it.
On the one hand, it's actually pretty boss to build a detainment facility on an island surrounded by gators. Because where the fuck are you going to go after you get out?
Literally.
On the other, tell me this does not sound like the location for the secret lair of a Bond villain.
Literally.
All I'm thinking of is that scene in Live and Let Die when the villain leaves Bond isolated in the middle of on a little mound in the middle of a lake with gators coming in towards him.
You must choose, Mr. Bond. Get your nails trimmed or perish into the river below. Dude, remember one of the last few streams we were talking about that new Bond game coming out next year?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm just gonna be point blank. I'm not as familiar with Bond as you are, but I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Ooh.
Probably why don't you shut the fuck up now?
But yeah, tell me this does not sound like the perfect location for a secret Bond villain lair. Like this just has Ernst Stavro Blofeld Spectre money written all over it.
Right.
And as the Supreme Court recently decreed, Trump doesn't even need to send them home. He can send them to any third-party country. Now this all sounds incredibly extreme. Where they no longer just face deportation, they're actually going to risk alligator attacks as they get sent to the South Sudan. And I understand this is just to expedite the process, but I honestly think it's more about convincing everybody else to self-deport.
So no options off the table, meaning ICE agents could go to any place, whether it be a place of business, a place of worship, wherever.
If we believe that there is a violent criminal illegal alien there, we will go there.
What would you tell those who are not violent, illegal criminal aliens?
I'm so glad you asked this because the best, safest option for them is to take advantage of the CBP Home app. We're offering those in this country illegally $1,000 and a free flight to head home and then potentially come back the legal right way.
So if you're in violation of our laws, you can either get $1,000, a plane ride home, and the opportunity to re-enter the right way. Otherwise, you might get a ride to some random country where you don't even speak the language. And the craziest part about all of this is despite what you see with these massive protests in deep blue cities, this is exactly what American citizens want.
Voters favoring the government trying to deport all 11 million of them. The American people have come a long way on this issue, much closer to Donald Trump, and I think that's a big part of the reason why Americans are increasingly saying the country is on the right track when it comes to immigration policy, and why Donald Trump's net approval rating on that issue is in the positive.
And after months of arrests, this is even what immigrants want.
Immigrant citizens, immigrant voters, foreign-born voters have gone tremendously to the right on this issue in 2024 and 2025 versus where they were in...
Spoiler alert, most of them already were in that direction anyway.
Yeah.
Because they came the legal way.
aka the right way. You know, I understand wanting to better your life, but there's a process for a reason.
Yeah, like, did you see that clip where Schwarzenegger was on The View talking about, well, I came the right way, I came the legal way, and they were trying to quiet him down because it's like, Arnold, you can't say that. That goes against the narrative.
I don't think you should be telling Arnold Schwarzenegger what to do.
No. I don't know why anybody... Honestly, I don't know why anybody watches The View. Every clip of it I've ever seen, it's just four Karens shouting over each other, and it just makes me want to... It makes me want to do my best Kurt Cobain impersonation.
Dude, it's funny you should mention that because... Okay, on one screen, I'm watching the stream and keeping up. On the other screen, I'm looking at... On the other screen, I'm working on Resident Evil 1 Remake, and I'm literally holding the shotgun. And I just defeated the frickin' Crimson Head to get the object to progress.
Nice.
Yeah, I told you I was good at multitasking.
I got a shotgun.
Now, is that originally from Resident Evil, or what is that originally from?
That's from the original cast montage from the opening cutscene of RE1 on PS1.
Oh, yeah, it fits.
Yeah, like the original version, not the director's cut. There was different music in the director's cut. The original version, it's got that big rockin' tune and shows Chris, and you hear, "I got a shotgun."
Yeah. And then there's the director's cut where you go into the basement, there's that trumpet theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, what the hell was that?
That was that was a guy who pretending to be a composer while employing a ghostwriter.
Honestly, it sounds like the music of Resident Evil was made by Disney.
Like early '90s direct-to-video Disney.
Yeah, because that's where most of the Disney. Yeah, a lot of the sequels to the old Disney films came out in the '90s and 2000s.
Oh, I was talking about the live-action stuff, like Blank Check.
Oh,
where
yeah.
Or
Kazam.
Or Kazam.
I'm trying to think. I'm sorry, what?
Like Blank Check or Kazam, where half the time
I've heard of Blank Check.
Where half the time it sounded like the soundtrack was farting.
I mean, given what the movie was about, it checks out.
Yeah. You never saw like Nostalgia Critics video on Kazam?
Huh?
So you were asking what's Kazam? You've never saw a Nostalgia Critics video on it?
No, when I watch Nostalgia Critic, I normally focus on the comic book stuff and the horror stuff.
Okay, well, it was a movie where Shaquille O'Neal plays a rapping genie that comes out of a boombox.
Oh, okay, never mind. I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I heard Shaquille O'Neal, and I'm like, oh yeah, that.
Anyways.
2020.
Yeah.
At this one time, no matter how much they cry, Alligator Alcatraz seems to be what the American people want. So if the Democrats proceed to shriek and cry over this facility, you know who they represent. But if you appreciate my concise, light-order commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, subscribe to Decoy Voice.
So, new Andrew Kahn video. I have not watched this one prior to the stream.
Oh boy, I'm nervous.
That one bartender who needs to just bang the bar back already. No.
Oh, don't spray me! I'm wearing a white shirt. Such a pervert. I hate you. How was your week? You didn't cut any limes? Matt, what are you good for? Shut up and make us some shots. No, that's 2 shots. Make us shots! Not green tea, whiskey, obviously. Here. Oh my god.
Why is it that when she talks, she sounds like, as she's speaking, somebody's pulling a dick out of her ass?
Yeah.
Just,
Just sounds like your stereotypical blonde, if you ask me.
It's that annoying Valley Girl speak that I don't care for at all.
Sounds like a lot of girls in the grade above me in my high school.
Look how tiny my hands are next to yours. Matt! Don't smack my ass!
Can't you tell I'm trying to go poo-poo out of my ass? Listen, hey, would you care to take your made-up boyfriend, all the alcohol, your gun, and your acting skills, and will you go please do that in the bedroom? Huh? Please? I'm trying to go poo-poo, okay? I'm trying to go poo-poo. Please.
Oh, Lord. Oh. Oh.
We're really in for one, aren't we?
Yeah. So, this is one that Oh Notes Alex posted. Roasting good old Methcast guy. Who...
Yeah, fun fact, the last game for the Dreamcast came out in 2007.
Which is insane.
Yeah, it's kind of like how one of the last few games for the PS2 came out in India in 2015. Apparently the PS2 is really popular in India.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not complaining, but I still found it interesting. You know, especially finding out this shit years later.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Dreamcast guy, what about it?
Xbox derangement syndrome.
It's gotta be a day that ends in Y, so you know what that means? That's right, Xbox dead once again. Yeah, it turns out that according to Bloomberg, there are going to be a massive round of layoffs across Microsoft next week, and they're going to also be impacting the Xbox brand. Now, granted, I don't have any of the details. I don't know what's going on. In fact, no one knows what's going on or how these layoffs are going to impact this company directly. I'm also someone who thinks that the layoffs happening are absolute garbage, and they shouldn't be happening, because if Microsoft is able to spend all that money buying ABK and all these other things, I'm sure they can go ahead and keep people hired in that company that need to go ahead and do work for that company. We've seen this consistently happen over and over again since after the 2022s, where every tech company who thought there was going to be exponential growth nonstop now all of a sudden has to retract consistently and start laying everybody off who they overhired during the old bat flu wahoo. Yeah, it's going to be one of those things as well.
Isn't that hilarious? Like, everybody was stuck in their homes because of COVID. Every tech company and video game developer and publisher thought, we've got an infinite money pit. Well, the corpos in charge with no, who possess no gift of foresight, just assumed everybody was going to be stuck inside with nothing to do for the rest of time. And it's like, oh, let's just hire a fuckload more people than we need, and we'll just have an infinite money pit. And then, surprise, people start to wise up to, oh, it's just the fucking flu. And it's like, oh shit, we're now over budget on literally everything. Here's your pink slip and a good luck for you.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how none of that money that they're raking in is going towards releasing games that aren't more busted than a Kardashian's hymen.
I can't wait to hear what Lily's going to say about that one.
And the thing is, these are not stopping because apparently PlayStation fanboys, well, one in particular, has decided to go ahead and make the same content he tends to always make day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. That's right, our boy, Dreamcast guy, decided to go ahead and make another video about how Xbox is dead once again. You morons that go around saying that I make the same kind of content all the time, well, if you'd stop going around and acting like clowns, this content would cease to be. Yet here I am, a creature of your own designs. Congratulations, you've played yourself. So what did Dreamcast guy say in his video? We're going to go over that as well. But when you watch it, prepare to be hypnotized by the insane, meth-riddled jolting and jittering of how excited this person is of an actual brand and company he apparently seems to like for some weird reason, now going down the tubes according to him, and also being dead. I just... How is it that these dudes go around and are excited about a competitor in the same gaming space that they're in no longer ceasing to be? It boggles my mind. But yet at the same time, they go around to get angry that that same competitor is no longer ceasing to be and is making new hardware for the next generation and also trying to now incorporate PC gaming. But hey, it's just me. Let's see what Dreamcast guy had to say though, shall we?
Hey there gamers, Dreamcast Guy here, and we have some breaking news that is extremely bad. Xbox is just dead. There's not a fancy, nice way to say that. They have just alerted employees that Xbox is doing mass layoffs. Studio closures, hundreds, if not thousands of people are basically told, pack your desk and get out. But it's also more than that. At the same time, Xbox is about to start selling. They're going to stop selling pretty much all Xboxes in Europe. They're pulling out of the entire market. The Xbox is so dead. I'm still kind of trying to mentally digest this. This leak just came out. They're telling...
But it's okay when Sony does it.
Okay, did it shit itself again?
No, you didn't hear the clip I was playing?
No, I guess not. You have to replay it because my hearing is normally sharp.
It was the Enter Sandman clip.
Oh, yeah. Say no more.
Yeah, but you know, this guy is substantially silent whenever Sony starts initiating layoffs and closes studios down, but literally every single time for the last year, 2 years, and change, Xbox is dead. Xbox is done. Xbox is going to be the next Sega. They're pulling out of the console market. You're never beating the allegations that you're a grifter and a PlayStation shill.
I mean, it's like I said earlier, hypocrisy.
Yeah.
And I love PlayStation. I love PlayStation, but doesn't mean I'm not gonna call out the bullshit.
Oh yeah, you should. You should. It's like I love Nintendo, but there's way too much shit around the Switch too that's just like, no, y'all fucked yourselves up.
Yeah. There's literally no other way to put it.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but there's literally no other way to put it.
A bunch of the employees are talking to the press, and everybody is kind of freaking out. And I wanted to talk about this with you guys because this is just so impossibly strange.
It is incredibly wild to me how in the first 2 minutes of your video, Dreamcast guy, you can spout out lie after lie after lie with a direct face. Number one, no one has been told anything, or at least that we don't know of. And number two, you're sitting here just saying these things as fact, when in reality, the real article from Bloomberg said this. Microsoft Corp will conduct another round of major layoffs in its Xbox division next week as part of a company-wide reorganization. Managers within Xbox are expecting substantial cuts across the entire group, according to people familiar with the plans who asked not to be identified discussing non-public information. The company declined to comment. Again, not thousands of people are being told. These are in fact just tips being handed to Jason Schreier and other news outlets from managers inside of Xbox. We do not know the gravity of the situation. We do not know how many people are getting let go. We don't know what departments are being impacted or being affected. You are literally making brash assumptions across everything, claiming a brand is now physically dead and unable to play video games or make games simply because of the reporting happening to other outlets that layoffs are in fact going to happen. Again, we don't even know the magnitude of these layoffs, but of course you have to run with it because apparently rent is due, my boy. It's so insane to me how you consistently have to make the same video over and over again. Yet at the same time, people try to criticize me for that as well. I can simply go back through all of your thumbnails about Ekbok Dead and just play them right here on screen. In fact, here they are. Over and over again, the same topic consistently. I want to know how many times Ekbok has died over the last couple of years. Apparently, it's been every couple of days according to you, and the consistent self-filleting behavior is wild to me, bro. We don't know, again, the magnitude of this at all, or what the layoffs are going to incur. And when Xbox does more layoffs, I'm guaranteed it's going to be happening to a lot more people throughout other parts of the gaming industry as well. We're going to see the gravity of that there. Literally going around and spreading non-stop misinformation has to be one of the wildest things I've seen you do, yet you consistently do it all the time. You could have just reported on the fact that layoffs are going to be happening, but that's not a spicy video now, is it? No, we got to go ahead and make it Ekbok Dead once again. That's the only way you get the clicks to pay the rent. We're going to...
You know what's funny is that supposedly community notes are coming to YouTube, and once that if that actually does happen, how long do you think it'll be before every single one of DCG's Xbox Dead videos gets noted?
Honestly, who the fuck knows?
I'll be shocked if he ends up staying on YouTube after all of his videos get a community note on them. And every single one of them will read that will just include the words misinformation, intentional misrepresentation. This person is lying, or something along those lines.
Well, shit.
I mean, I get it, dude. The meth ain't gonna pay for itself, but still.
Oh my god. That's... bruh.
Get into the mass layoffs here in a second, but I want to start with this because this is probably the thing that I feel like really signals how much they've shot themselves in the foot. Microsoft is restructuring its Xbox division across Central Europe, resulting in some Xbox operations ceasing in some regions. Now, they've used this PR speak before. You guys know this. I hate PR speak. I feel like just say it normal. Just say, hey, Xboxes aren't selling. We've decided to stop even trying. So, right now, there's huge chunks...
Because that's not what's happening, you fucking liar.
...to the world where you couldn't even hand out Xboxes on a street corner. Most of Asia, lots of China, Europe, a lot of places like Japan and stuff, they're just not buying Xboxes. But historically, Europe was one of the main places. That's actually like 95% of all Xbox consoles sold were the United States and Central Europe. This is where they made their money. So the fact that now they're just abandoning the market That to me signals the fact that they're probably shipping those systems to warehouses and stuff in Europe and selling single-digit units a month. It's just not worth the millions and millions of dollars they've invested into that region. So this is more than just, oh, maybe we'll sell them online. I think this is just them saying straight up, we are giving up.
This is...
If I play the clip, it's going to get the stream claim, so I'm just gonna recreate it. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying.
Yeah, the same clip I used in my Madison Russo video when she was lying about cancer.
So, again...
Then again, that same clip I used to describe most of my family, but moving on.
Yeah.
It's just them saying straight up, we are giving up.
This is so, again, it's just consistent with this guy. Xboxes aren't selling, we're just gonna totally stop trying. You mean how they stopped trying to buy Bethesda, ABK, and every other publisher that you called them a monopoly for buying? That kind of stopped trying? Or you mean how they're going around and now trying to incorporate PC gaming directly into the Xbox branding, as well as going around and making a new generation of consoles that are going to be more PC-like than ever before? That kind of stopped trying? Yeah, they've totally stopped trying, my boy. We have no idea what the future is going to be for this brand or this company. You are literally going around and jumping the shark, trying to go ahead and say, oh, Xbox dead, boys. Pack it up. All 5 of you guys that are left with Xboxes, well, I guess your consoles won't turn on anymore ever again. Buying a game on that platform? Huh. What platform? Xbox isn't real. And no, I'm not gaslighting you. That's not even a real word. What are you, crazy? And again, making more statements without having any factual information. We don't know if they're selling single-digit units in those regions. And in my guesstimation, if you want to guess by the way, I'm guessing they're ceasing operations because they're developing their next console, which could be coming out quicker than people think. So again, you making these
such as that handheld that's coming down the line later this year, or the successor to the Series X, which is basically the Series S and X, which is basically supposed to be a mini PC,
or the PS6.
We're talking Microsoft here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I actually saw the PlayStation handheld when we were at Walmart on Thursday. Yeah, but yeah, it seems like everything's getting a damn handheld now.
Well, yeah, because everybody wants that Switch money. It's like when the Wii sold gangbusters and everybody wanted to get in on motion control, so we had the Kinect and the PlayStation Move.
Yeah, I don't think PlayStation Move was as successful as the Wii was.
Yeah, neither was the Kinect.
All I remember about the Kinect was the Kinectables fucking Burger King song.
Yeah, and you couldn't, you could barely play anything.
I did play this one. The only good game I played on, the only good game that I legitimately played on Kinect was Rise of Nightmares, which was really a Silent Hill / Resident Evil inspired game. Yeah, the only thing I remember is a guy getting cut in half, and his last words were, "I knew I'd die here." But yeah, you couldn't anyway, dipshit. My god. Anything goes with these fucking horror successors.
Yeah, so, to basically summarize DCG's video...
This nigga was clearly lying!
Yeah. A lot of lies.
Assumptions out of nowhere. Well, you know what? No, that's not true. We know where you're making them. They're coming out of your ass because you're trying to make yourself an ass out of you and me, and that's really, you're the only one doing that to yourself, my boy. But it's wild to see. Oh, they're ceasing in Europe, boys. It's over. Xbox done. It's just so tiresome. It's so tiresome. Xbox has been dead for the last 5 years, yet for some reason, every week you clowns have to repeat the exact same thing, as if saying it consistently will make that thing true. Last time I checked, people can still power on their Xboxes. People can still buy games on that platform. I can still log into my PC app that says Xbox on my PC. So clearly, somebody's not dying.
It's still just weird to think about the fact that going from all these acquisitions, buying stuff like Activision for tens of billions of dollars, buying Bethesda, doing all this stuff, only to instantly fail, it's wild to watch how quickly Microsoft went from doing a victory lap and trying to buy their way to success to just telling everybody, all right, we quit, we give up, you win.
Trying to buy their way to success, you mean like PlayStation went to third-party publishers and specifically paid for exclusivity deals to keep those games on PlayStation in lieu of actually developing first-party fucking games?
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing? Wasting all of that money on half-baked cut-wash like Concord?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a lot of people willing to spend their money on crazy shit nowadays. I mean look at Shoba. That's the guy who's dating Pokemon.
And of course, lest we forget how when PlayStation does make their first party games, the budgets for them are so astronomically high that they can barely break even if they make any money at all. Spider-Man 2, $300 million budget for a game that everybody farted at because they made MJ look fugglier than a.
They turned MJ into what?
They fuglified MJ, and we have Venom in the game, and we know people want to play as Venom, but we're gonna give you barely 5 minutes of game time with Venom, but we'll direct your attention towards having Spider-Man help a gay couple go to prom together and a side quest of spray painting with a deaf girl as Miles. Yeah, that's what players want. People want the slice of life shit. They don't want to be Spider-Man and Venom. Go fuck yourselves with that bullshit.
We live in a society that's obsessed with the wrong shit.
That's what. And really, we're gonna quadruple down on the MJ stealth missions that everybody hated in Spider-Man 2018. You're gonna say, fuck what the players want. It's about what I want, and I want to piss you off. No. Here's what I think.
You beat a little fag! You don't want to hurt him because you're sweet and nice and you don't want to freaking kill! Get the freak away from me right damn now!
Yeah, let's pull out the drill sergeant clips.
You are a moron. Aye, sir. Classic.
No, we'll bring up the Dick Cheney clip.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Based.
Anyways. How on earth do you have the testicular fortitude to say something so brazen and stupid? You're one of the people that we documented consistently brazen, open against Microsoft buying ABK, against Microsoft buying Bethesda. You were claiming it was a monopoly from day one. You were on your hands and knees praying that it would get blocked in some crazy way. Yet here you are, turning around and being like, you spent all that money, and now, you lost, you failed, and you don't even know what's happening! You're just making it up out of every conceivable fashion and way. How do you have any conceivable thought in your smooth brain to go ahead and have a thought slide right off it really just goes to show that the fact that you even get views in the first place is astonishing to me. This can't be real. This cannot be real. Oh, you guys spent $70 billion
and
do what?
I said, if they're still getting views, I say probably view botting.
Well, he also Dreamcast guy tried to say that the reason he makes so much Xbox Dead content is because there is an there seems to be a consensus among the PlayStation fandom that Xbox is dead, and his reasoning was, well, look at the views on my videos. That's just you.
That's just you admitting you're a grifter without admitting you're a fucking grifter.
Yeah, views don't mean shit in these cases. I honestly thought Chris was about to release his inner Sam Kinison again.
Ow! Ow!
When you did, look at these frickin' morons.
And you still lost. When we turn around and we can see every Xbox game selling gangbusters on PlayStation, getting top pre-orders consistently, it turns out you clowns never wanted the box in the first place, but you sure as shit want to play the games. So in the end, who lost it all? You're the one spending $80 on Xbox games that you guys said were trash and bad the entire time, and yet...
That's hilarious to me, because it's like, you think that's if you really think that's an own against Xbox, that you're buying their games on PlayStation, you are an actual retard.
Yeah,
because
that's not the flex they think it is.
Because you are an actual retard, because guess what, dumbass? Xbox is still getting a cut of that sale. So they received a cut of your $60, $70, $80 for the game that you spent money on PlayStation, you absolute fucking twit.
The retardation is strong with this one.
Oh. It's like, do you retards actually think that that Sony just pockets all of the money and just tells Xbox, see ya. Thanks for the free games. See you later. No, dumbass. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. Oh!
Okay, that right there was a mix of John Panette and Sam Kinison. Yeah, we've been on a John Panette kick. You guys should check out John Panette.
Definitely.
Yet you had the audacity to say Xbox dead, but here's $80 to $100, boys. Oh my god, dude. I just can't, bro.
Microsoft is planning major job cuts at the Xbox gaming division. Managers within Xbox are expecting substantial cuts to the entire group. Cutting the entire group says this means shutting down studios. This means mass layoffs. This means people are straight up going to be gone. And it's weird because it has been almost exactly 1 year since the massive closures of last year. In May of 2024 is when they shut down stuff like Tango, which is the people that did Evil Within and Hi-Fi Rush. It's when they shut down Arcane Austin, the people that did Dishonored and Redfall and stuff like that. So the fact that 1 year later they're doing even more mass firings, I hate to make guesses, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. I think they're about to fire Ninja Theory, which is all the people that made Hellblade. I think they're all getting the boot. I think they're going to fire pretty much everybody that's not making the most peak, well, top selling stuff.
Yeah,
and I don't just mean top.
What was that?
I said Ninja Theory is also credited for the 2013 Devil May Cry reboot. Well, it was made by them and published by Capcom. That.
Hmm.
I don't know. I was trying to contribute.
Hey, you're fine.
Subscription generators. I mean, top selling stuff.
Here we go again. Here we go again. the entire group. So that means studios are getting shut down. Bro, nobody knows, dude. Nobody knows. Ninja Theory, they're getting shut down too. If you didn't sell Peak, then you're not getting anything. Well, apparently the Forza team's going to be fine because you guys bought a fuckload of copies there. Coalition, they're fine too. You guys are pre-ordering Gears of War like no problem. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. How this dude is going around claiming studios are going to get shut down, everybody's going to get fired without a single shred of evidence to what he's trying to say. It's wild to me how anybody would take this dude seriously in any sense of the form. If studios get shut down, we're apparently going to find out next week. If things happen where devs are just cut consistently, then we'll talk about it next week. But to sit here and just claim it's going to happen, it's you guys, they're talking about the everything, boys. That means everybody's getting fired. Everybody's getting canned. Microsoft, $70 billion down the drain. They just fired everybody instead. I have never seen people so excited and so wanting for a competitor in a gaming space to be gone. More though than PlayStation fanboys want Xbox to be gone. These dudes gotta kneel by their bedside every night, praying to the Sandman. Please, 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 could somebody just get rid of Xbox? I would love to pay $900 for a console. I want to pay more for PS Plus Online. I want to give Sony more money.
Pay more for PS Plus Online to get less because Sony is removing a bunch of their first-party games.
It's free on PC. Why not on consoles, damn it?
And it's like... And Sony is so, like... What really frustrates me right now is Sony is so hell-bent on making it so that... On not supporting true backwards compatibility for their consoles. When it's like, why do you think the PS2 sold like gangbusters at launch? It wasn't just because there were some kick-ass games to play at launch on PS2. It was because you had backwards compatibility. You could play your PS1 and PS2 games. And originally, when the PS3 launched, you could play PS1 and PS2 games on your PS3 along with your PS3. And then, for some retarded-ass fucking reason, Sony decided, who wants to play old games? Nobody ever plays old games. Nobody ever goes back and revisits old stuff. It's all just nothing. It's all gonna be nothing but new stuff, right? Because that's how it works. No! You fucking nut!
I mean, I read something where allegedly they're working on backwards compatibility for PS3, but I believe it when I see it.
And what blows my mind is they can't even figure out real backwards compatibility. They can't figure out how to emulate their own games on their own console properly. Especially, they can't figure out how to emulate PS3 games natively on their console when you can emulate PS3 games natively on your PC!
Yeah. If you can stream PS3 games on PS5, I'm pretty sure you can find a way to make them, I don't know, fucking downloadable.
Or just do what Microsoft did, where you can run your OG Xbox, your 360, and your Xbox One games on your Series X. Microsoft can do it. Microsoft knows how to do it. Why the fuck can't Sony? And this is coming from somebody who doesn't own a Series X. The only two Xboxes I personally own are an OG and a 360. Would I like to have a Series X? Sure, so that I can run my old 360 and OG Xbox games on it. I would like to have a PS5 or a PS6 to be able to run my PS1 and 2 and 3 games on it. That's one of the best reasons to have a Wii, is that you can run both Wii and GameCube games on it.
It just makes no damn sense.
It's so fucking aggravating. And it just further influences me to keep shifting over to PC and staying on PC, because at this point my PC is just an emulation station, and I'm fine with that.
I mean, PlayStation's been adding a bunch of PS2 shit to the library, but it would be nice to be able to access a lot of those PS3 games, because a lot of those are PS3 exclusives, damn it.
Yeah. It would be nice to play Infamous and Resistance and Metal Gear Solid 4 natively on a PS5 or a PS6 instead of having to stream it.
Heck, even the 2011 HD version of Resident Evil Veronica, don't get me wrong, I prefer the PS2 version because I'm more used to controls in that version, but to play it in a more upscale version, I'll be fine with that too. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. Whew.
I'm surprised I'm able to contribute so well, considering I was just ready to have a fucking meltdown trying to figure out the fucking oil pressure puzzle. Haven't done it in years. But, I survived. And by the time I got it done, it was at 90%. I was like, oh. I literally about flipped my shit. Now I gotta run back to the fucking box, goddammit. But anyways.
Yeah, moving on.
I need to let them know how great of a company they are. You guys do everything you possibly can to downplay and discredit a direct competitor in the same gaming space, and you're all grown adults! It's wild to me how this continues to happen.
At this point, I think it's pretty obvious, maybe I'm being sort of mean here, that obviously Game Pass has been a catastrophic failure. I've been talking about this for years, and people always get mad at the comment section, but you just cannot get enough subscribers to break even. The current game market, making games, is so damn expensive.
Alright, let's debunk this right fucking now. How many people are subscribed to Xbox Game Pass? 35 million. Okay. 35 million. So, if we take... Actually, no. You know what? Fuck this. I'm just going to do it on my phone. If we take 35 million, and let's all assume they're subscribed to Game Pass Ultimate, so that's 20... So, that's $20 a month. 35 million times 20. For 1 month, that is $700 million in revenue. And
they're making plenty.
So, if we multiply that by 12, that is $8.4 billion a year. I don't think Microsoft is hurting, you fucking liar.
They're not losing sleep over you losers.
Oh shit, I think I accidentally clicked... I think I accidentally exited out of the stream on my phone when I meant to when I meant to just jump back in. That's alright.
I was going to say, you didn't accidentally cut the stream, did you?
No, I did not.
Okay, good, because, well...
8.4...
We don't need another May 19, 2023 situation.
Yeah, no. Yeah, $8.4 billion a year. Again, that's assuming that everybody is subscribed to Game Pass Ultimate, which, of course, is not the case. But, in summation, you're a fucking liar.
Games cost hundreds of millions of dollars of research and development and just marketing and Super Bowl commercials. It is so expensive, you can't just get 10 million or 20 million people paying $10 a month. That just does not break even. Clearly, Microsoft has realized if we cannot get people to buy games, even if it is on PC or on PlayStation, we need people to buy games, not just subscribe, buy games. And at this point, they're just laying everybody off because a lot of these projects are still expensive, not generating any revenue and not getting any upfront sales at all.
Look, I've always hated the whataboutism trope, right? Well, what about this or what about that? Unfortunately, I'm going to have to pull that card right now. You want to talk about projects costing too much money? You want to talk about people being laid off or companies just wasting money consistently or things not selling? Well, we're easily going to point to PlayStation's live service failure consistently going around and just dumping tons of millions of dollars onto live service games that have either been canceled, shuttered, closed down, or completely and we're also going to apparently ignore all the layoffs that happened on the PlayStation side and studio closures as well, or the fact that Marathon is being sent out to die on its own in front of everybody like a lamb to the slaughter. Yet you have the gall and the audacity to turn right back around, not even go ahead and say anything about what's happening there, and turn around and say, oh, well, if you don't buy your games, then the studios are going to shut down. You're the same idiot, just like X-Vault Gaming, who says, don't use the Bing rewards points for Game Pass, give your money to Xbox instead. Even though the same rewards points and the same money go to the same company, and that company made the rewards points. So it's like, all you guys are so obsessed with wanting to give corporations money. It's wild to me. This obsessive compulsive behavior of like, oh, buy your games, buy your games, buy your games, buy your games. No! Nobody in the gaming industry as a corporation is a charity. These guys are businesses. If they don't earn your money directly, you shouldn't give them your money. This is why Nintendo games are now $80. This is why the gaming industry has games at $80. This is why the Outer Worlds 2 is $80. This is why PlayStation has their PS5 Pro at $700. This is why Xbox has their Series X 2 terabyte for $750, because clowns and corporate cucks like you continually go around and just give the company more money, thinking you're supporting them, as if they're like some beggar on the street corner with a tin cup. Please, I don't know when I'm gonna have my dinner tomorrow. I didn't realize the kind of budget I was making with my video game, and it's way out of scope. You guys have to buy it for more money, or else you won't be able to finish the project and cancel and fire everybody. That's what they're doing to you.
By the way, that whole support the devs, buy your games to support the developers thing, you're not supporting the developers when you buy your games. You're supporting the publishers, because the developers already got paid to make the game.
Yeah, that's
the only time
I got nothing.
The only time that's even remotely applicable is if the developer is also the publisher. See also IO Interactive, Capcom, maybe Konami, if they can unfuck themselves and get back into the gaming market again, beyond Metal Gear Solid.
Why found too still $70?
Beyond the Snake Eater remake and Silent Hill 2 remake, and now I guess we need to throw Silent Hill 1 remake into that lane now too.
Yeah. Hopefully within the next year or so they'll actually cut down the fucking price on a Silent Hill 2 remake so I can actually fucking buy it without costing an arm and a leg.
Yeah, in my opinion, no video game should be more. The maximum price for a video game should be $50. Period. Point blank, and a fucking story.
Fucking literally. It's seriously goddamn irritating.
Just, again, unless it's somebody like Capcom, or it's somebody like if Nintendo developed the game, or IO Interactive, or if you have a case where the developer is literally also the publisher. You're not supporting the devs when you buy a game 9 times out of 10. You're supporting the publisher, because the devs already got paid to make the game, and they're not going to see that money. The publishers are going to get that money, but not the devs.
Yeah, because devs. I'm sorry, but most devs are paid absolute dog shit.
They are. They really are. They should be paid better. But also letting the gaming industry go corporate, go public, where you can literally trade stock in companies, was a mistake, because now we have public shareholders and corpos in charge of everything instead of people who actually play fucking video games. Just the AAA space is just... I'm ready to watch it collapse, and in the meantime, I'll just be here with my old games and my indies. And maybe I will drop money on the occasional Resident Evil.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Playing you like a fiddle from the very beginning. And you're falling for it, hook, line, and sinker. Now we move to, Game Pass bad. Being able to play more video games for less money, that's bad. You can't do that. Look, you don't think the bean counters at Microsoft didn't sit there and say, hey, we need this many subs, and our project should cost this amount of money, and that'll be good. They know that already. You don't. You're just some head behind a camera. Holy...
I want to scroll down here. Let me see what some of the replies here are. Of course, a lot of memes about Xbox defenders.
Oh no, don't go, don't scroll too fast there, buddy boy. The boogeyman's coming to get you, apparently. What did you see, a ghost? Somebody freak you out, huh? The face of somebody, the face that haunts your nightmares. That's how you showed up. My boy saw Paris Lily's face and scrolled right on past it. And the best part about it is...
Yeah, he saw Paris's face and was just like, probably because Paris exposed you for being a liar and a fraud. Live on a Discord call with Fratanga.
We talk about exposing liars and frauds. Why does that sound like that one guy from Back to the Sun who's getting exposed for milking Jason David Frank's death or the freaking White Dragon movie?
Ugh.
He's literally milking the death, and he's literally blocking everybody who calls him out for it. Why does that sound like DC Douglas?
I don't have a reply to add to that.
It's hard to explain, but basically they're caught up in their bullshit and they respond by deleting a comment and blocking, hoping that nobody sees it.
Well.
But now there's multiple videos on both of them, so obviously it failed.
Alright then.
Anyways.
You can see him follow and talk about every single PlayStation fanboy in that thread during this video. It's like, he's never beating the allegations, folks. He's never beating the allegations.
I do think that if you look at the numbers, they have cut almost 3,000 people just last year. This talk about, we're trying to ensure the acquisition of Activision Blizzard. It'll benefit the company and the broader labor market. Video games will be better when we buy everything. It just shows the fact that, honestly, this is just not going to work.
Look, I'm not a fan of layoffs at all. I don't think that they should be done because I feel like companies always hire way too many people, then they trim the fat right before the holidays, firing everybody else, giving the CEOs and CFOs tons of bonuses, and then hire everybody back after the holidays because why not have a little bit of PTSD every single November, December for your family, right around when there's the highest amount of depression in the entire world. Yeah, it's just a fun time for everybody, you know what I'm saying? But look, again.
And again, But we'll just stay completely silent when PlayStation does it.
Yeah, stay completely silent, like when Dave Chappelle was talking about Jussie Smollett.
Yeah. we'll just ignore we'll just ignore when PlayStation shuts down like Japan Studios or Psygnosis or just completely
basically completely screw it over.
Yeah. Yeah, in pursuit of a specific game genre that is extremely sink or swim, and it's 95% sink with the games that come out. But that's the future of your company. That's where you think the future of PlayStation is. So, good fucking job, Jim Ryan and Herman Hulst.
And trying to use this sort of thing as like Xbox bad, Xbox dead, when every company in the gaming space is in fact having massive layoffs. And the crazier part is, again, using someone like Nib95 as a source of what you're doing. You couldn't even Google the actual information. You went to Twitter, which apparently you've left for Blue Sky, and then decided to pull up Nib's tweet and be like, Nib's a proper source, when everybody's proven the guy just uses ChatGPT to make his fucking tweets in the first place.
Not even that, but Dreamcast guy routinely uses PlayStation shill accounts to as his sources.
My sources, I made it the fuck up.
Exactly.
This is.
You know I had to do it to him.
How much longer?
Sorry, you were saying?
I said, you know I had to do it to him.
Yeah.
It was obvious.
This is. Yeah. How much longer does this have to happen? How many more times am I going to have to do this? How do I have to sit here as a grown adult and just go around and yell at other grown adults who are this invested into a video game company that they don't even like? It's.
Xbox is dead.
Damn.
You can spin it, you can phrase it, you can try to put some flowers on it, but at this point, I do think that most of the Xbox defenders have given up and bought a PlayStation 5 Pro, but to the last 10 people that are still ride or die for Team Green, man, it's time. It's time to hang it up, brothers. I mean, you can game on PC. I think PC gaming is great. Obviously, I'm in massive.
Really? It's time to hang it up to the 10 people still playing on Xbox?
Are you retarded?
Literally retarded.
Advocate specifically for the Steam Deck. I'm a big Steam Deck simp, but Microsoft, it's poisonous, to say the least.
Microsoft is poisonous. This is what these guys think on a consistent basis. They think a multi-trillion-dollar corporation is poisonous when the multi-billion-dollar corporation that they worship is literally just as bad, if not worse, than the one they hate. Like, what are we even doing here? Why is this even a thing? How does this even happen? What? I'm just so... Oh, God, I'm out of here, wow! It's just consistently with this dude, and dudes like him, just praying for the downfall of a company that they're not even involved in whatsoever. Why don't you...
That's the most wild part about this, is that all you console shills, whether you're a PlayStation shill, an Xbox shill, a Nintendo shill, or if you're shilling for like AMD or Nvidia over who's got the better GPU for gaming PCs, Why are you like that? You're not on the board of directors. You don't work for the company. You have no stock in the company, as far as I know. You have no vested interest. You have no vested personal interest in whether or not each of these companies sink or swim. So
I ask, why do you repeatedly have their cocks down your throats?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Brother.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Welcome to the 21st century, William.
You people are the reason we
Alexa.
don't have flying cars and the cure for cancer in 2025.
I was hoping to be able to be in action yelling, "Hunter killer drone deploy!" But no, Black Ops 2 lied to us. Oh, by the way, By the way, Black Ops 2 is no longer set in the future. Can you believe it?
Yeah, that's insane.
That revelation recently caused me actual physical pain.
Even involved in whatsoever. Why don't people just go back to playing video games? Okay? Can we just go back to that? Can we just go back to being like, this game's good, that game not so good. I like this one, you like that one, you should try this one. It's just, now we are sitting here cheerleading and pom-pomming for corporations. It's never gonna end now, is it? We're gonna be in our 50s and in our 60s. We're still gonna have the same idiots and morons just kowtowing and tonguing the backside of every single major conglomerate company and corporation, just excited to go ahead and just cheerlead them on the internet. You guys, I bought a $900 PS6, boys. That's right. What are you, broken poor? Can't afford a PS6 for $900?
For that much money, you're better off going to Best Buy and just getting a pre-built PC.
And then customizing it over time.
Yeah, so long as it is customizable, which you should ask about that before you buy, just to make sure that you can.
I mean, I'm for the most part going to stick with console gaming, but when I do get I do plan on getting an actual desktop and just using my TV as a monitor.
Hey, there you go. And yeah, one of the best things about PC gaming is you can absolutely 100% do that.
Yeah. That way, when I do the streams on my channel, I can just use a capture card and use screen share with you, which PlayStation mandatory, you have to have PS Plus active in order to do that, and it's like, that's fucking retarded, because you don't need PS Plus to mess with people on the platform.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have screen shared and went live with Chris that way a long time ago.
Yeah.
Instead of having to watch my stream and be so far behind because the platform's fucking retarded.
Yeah, because of that 7 or 14 or 30-second delay.
Exhausted of the incessant inability for actual grown adult men to continue to be fanboys of a company and corporation and wishing the literal, extermination of another company and corporation whose products they don't even like, whose services they don't even use, whose products they are so excited to buy on their plastic box. Yes, I said that right. They are excited to buy Xbox games on their PlayStation, meaning they've always been Xbox fans. They just don't like the box that the games come in. But
that's the truth. A lot of PlayStation shill accounts, including Dreamcast guy, used to be Xbox shill accounts until they decided they were done with Microsoft. It's like during the Xbox One era for a lot of these guys. They decided they were done with Microsoft and they moved over to being PlayStation shill accounts. And it's like, well, now shilling for PlayStation, shilling for any company is just makes you into a walking L, but PlayStation and Nintendo especially right now.
Yeah, it's just the very large El Bozo moment.
Yeah. You might as well just have it branded on your forehead.
Like a fucking cow.
Yeah.
They just don't like the box that the games come in. But here we are. Xbox dead, boys. Once again. Good old Dreamcast guy, like a broken clock. But you're never right, not even twice a day. So ladies and gentlemen, look, as it always turns out to be, stop being a fanboy. If you like Xbox, you like it. If you like PlayStation, you like it. Honestly, just go PC. That's what you're going to need to be doing. Using the actual pinned comment down below and getting yourself a Starforge Systems PC, because you can play every game from every platform in one place in a much better experience overall and never have to pay for online. Check it out if you're interested, by the way. Shameless plug. But to sit here and consistently crave and want the actual demise of a brand and company that you don't even like is truly absurd to me. And the fact that I have to make these videos pointing out the logical fallacies of these people basically turns me into an Xbox fanboy, even though I don't have an Xbox and I play primarily on PC, but I got more PlayStation games than most of these fanboys do in the first place. But hey, you know what I mean? I guess that's how life goes sometimes. But you know what? Don't be a fanboy.
What Alex is trying to what I'm hearing is it's okay to like a console, just don't be a dick about it.
Exactly. And especially don't be a shill about it.
Because do you see me being a dick about my PlayStation? No. Because if I make fun of Lily for playing on Xbox, well, it's so hard to say goodbye. Yeah, I don't know what happened. He just slipped and fell.
How could this happen to me? I've made my mistakes. Got nowhere to run.
Okay, me against the world. Yeah, fun fact. I know we're talking about Civil Plan, but are you familiar with Sum 41?
Yeah, I've heard some of their stuff.
Yeah, did you know what their song "We're All to Blame" was featured in a fight scene in Godzilla Final Wars from like 20 years ago?
I was not aware of that, actually.
But this might not come as a surprise, but that's how I discovered a band. Yeah, it literally plays during the scene where Godzilla is fighting the 1998 Godzilla, and he literally knocks him into the Sydney Opera House and annihilates him with a single blast of his nuclear breath, with Japan literally saying, "Fuck you, America." That's not exactly what they were saying, but they were basically saying, "Fuck you, TriStar."
Yeah.
They literally got the rights to their version and just called it Zilla, just to have their own Godzilla murder on screen. Fucking based. Yeah, check out the fight scene sometime, but we can't do it on stream because you never know how Toho is about that copyright.
Yeah. Yeah, Japanese companies are kind of trigger happy about that.
I mean, they put out good content, but they are really trigger happy about that for sure.
Yeah.
Like, not bad people, but... Anyways.
Yeah. Keep being a fanboy so I can keep making this content and entertaining my viewers with even more videos every single day. And by God, we sure do love laughing at you clowns. With all that being said, though, if you liked today's video, thank you. And if you didn't like it, fuck you. If you want to see more of these kinds of videos, more PC port reviews, gaming news, Steam Deck videos, fanboy content like this, and my hot takes in the gaming industry, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 85,000 subs, and I just want to say thank you guys so very much with that. I really do appreciate it. If you want to get even more, you can become a YouTube member for as low as $1. You get Discord access and emotes during live streams. And speaking of live streams, every Saturday night, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, live right here on this channel, the best streams on the internet. I guarantee it, bar none, completely, because the chat of 800 to 900 people uses AITTS to insult me for about 5 hours every Saturday. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. With all that being said, though,
I have no shame in admitting that I have contributed to this.
Yeah, we've seen those on the stream before.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great one, and I'll see you gooners next time. Peace!
Why does it sound like the instrumental for Exposed?
Right? Yeah, except it's not Rich of Review Tech USA. It's just a loop of Filthy Frank.
Exposed. I've come around to it.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now. This is cancer. It's time to stop. It's time to stop. No more.
Yeah. I actually had an idea for a video.
Oh yeah?
Well, what I thought about doing was I could clear out a fuck ton of space on my phone and I could just record us talking while you're talking for the PlayStation controller, but I have the controller speaker all the way up. And we could like do like the next movie discussion that way.
There I am. That would actually be pretty cool. But hey, there I am. I'm one of his channel members.
Fuck yeah, dude! I see that shit. Based.
Yes.
We love you, Alex.
So yes, we do. Yes, we do, you beautiful Cuban banana.
But the thing is, when we do our movie discussions, if we do another movie discussion like that, when I do that, we're going to have to just keep it basic and try not to have any try not to tread off topic like I tend to do a lot, because I don't know if I'll be able to edit out another version. Best I could probably do is just do our video and just slap a picture on it.
Right.
Or actually, I have a better idea. I can clear out a bunch of space. I can start the recorder app on my phone, and I can just infinitely record the conversation that way, and I can attach that to an image and upload it.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, just a thought, because I've been really wanting to do another regular movie discussion again.
Yeah, we just need to find the right movie for it.
Still think that if we're both able to see Shin Godzilla, that could be our first project.
So...
But that's up to you.
Yeah, so... well, think about it. So the next video we've got... so Alex has an editor who edits his clips from his streams into highlights, and sometimes we'll make funny meme videos out of it. I've featured his content on the channel before, Josh. He created an AI deepfake of a bunch of PlayStation fanboys on some mid-late 2000s emo rock guys, and made a PlayStation anthem out of it. It's called Controller My Heart.
Controller My Heart.
I call this band... I call this new AI band Panic at the Pre-Order.
That's fucking genius.
I wear my loyalty like a crown. Stuck in my room with the volume turned down. Blue light glows as the battles rage. My heart's on fire on a digital stage. Square and circle guide my soul. X and triangle make me whole. This console war tears me apart, but I pledged allegiance with all my heart. PlayStation's my anthem, my ride or die. No cheat code can make me.
Okay, I rock with this though. I rock with this.
Yeah, this is actually pretty good. I hope Josh makes more of these.
I'm literally headbanging like it's the 80s right now.
I actually wish that I did not have a haircut over a month ago, because because when you headbang with short hair, you just look like you're having a spaz attack.
Yeah, you feel it. You feel your brain knocking around inside your skull.
Yeah, and you look like a bigger retard than you already are.
Well, good thing I'm autistic.
No cheat code can make me switch sides. Pixels and polygons fill my veins. I'm a fanboy screaming through the rain. Dust on the shelf of the other brand. Their controller just don't fit my hand. RP SMGs and shooters keep me alive. My dual shock beats like a heart in overdrive. They say it's just plastic and wires, but to me, it's the fuel for my desires.
That went hard.
What?
That went hard.
It does. It really did.
The loading screens are my therapy. A fanboy's love ain't just fantasy. PlayStation's my anthem, my ride or die. No cheat code can make me switch sides. Pixels and polygons fill my veins. I'm a fanboy screaming through the rain. They say it's just plastic and wires, but to me, it's the fuel for my desires. The loading screens are my therapy. A fanboy's love ain't just fantasy. PlayStation's my anthem, my ride or die. No cheat code can make me switch sides. Pixels and polygons fill my veins. I'm a fanboy screaming through the rain. The
So yeah.
That's
That is art.
Fucking cool.
That is art.
Chef's kiss. Mm.
Absolute cinema. Honestly, honestly, with Josh's songwriting abilities, he could probably make a whole album out of this kind of subject matter. Just a whole concept album around the stupidity of in gaming.
Right.
And I would 100% buy it. Because I'm one of those weirdos who still buys CDs.
And what's wrong with that?
Exactly.
I got back out for a split second. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, I just got something to take care of. You can just keep going on with the show, but I gotta back out for a minute.
Alright. Well, I'll still be here.
Alright, see you in a minute, brother.
Sure. Alright. So, the next one, viewers, we are debuting Fail Army on the stream. This is the first time I've ever featured Fail Army. And, yeah. Do I even want to know what happened there? Or how that happened? I don't think so. That's a given. Holy shit! What, did you lose control of the what, did the brakes fail or what the fuck?
I'm back.
Alright, so we're going to be watching a bunch of dumbasses who don't know how to drive with this next video.
Don't know how to what?
Drive.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oops. Way to go, dumbass. I don't know. Either one car was going too fast or the other one just wasn't paying attention.
The answer is yes.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Somebody forgot to connect their trailer.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Good job, retard. Way to not measure the height of your vehicle versus the height of the truck before you try to drive it in. Oof.
Well, shit.
Oh! Oh, shit! Oh!
Muchas cosas van a pasar aquí.
That doesn't look sus at all.
Wow.
I hope the guy up front doesn't get a case of the bubble guts, or his buddy's gonna get a standing steamer.
Dude, Jumpinette has a story about that. Like, just look at the story about Thanksgiving, driving up to a football game. He has a gas attack before he could say, "Excuse me," they hit a guardrail because with the sound he made, his friend who was driving thought he was shot and slumped over the wheel.
Your tire is on fire, sir!
Ooh. Oh.
God damn. Bro.
No.
Holy shit.
Oh, that reminds me of a story Ron White had about when he takes his tour bus to get serviced at Sears, and because he had to have them replace the tires. He goes, I pay him $980 of my hard-earned money. I take a left-hand turn out of the mall. The left rear wheel falls off. It falls off. It falls the fuck off. Turning
like
my...
You say it falls off, like... I'm sorry, what?
Turning my van into a tripod, spinning me in a dimension of pissed off I have never been in before in my life.
Yeah, that shit falls off more than Bentelec's viewership.
He goes, this guy was a tire guy. He didn't some days work on transmissions. He was a tire guy. Sears, I found out later, had sent him to tire college for 3 days. Well, apparently he was sick on Lug Nut Day, but they still let him work on my van.
Well, okay.
So I'm suing them, and I'm hoping that they'll have to change the name of Sears Tower in Chicago to Ron White's big old goddamn building.
Right. That's just... Goddamn, son.
Oh.
You know what would make this compilation greater?
What?
If they start playing It's a Hard Knock Life.
Oh, God.
Emotional damage.
Good job, Biggie.
Holy shit.
It's still going! Oh. Oh! Somebody forgot to strap his shit down.
I gotta go down the bank. Oh, they're off.
There they go.
Well, there it goes.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Good job.
That was just destined to fail.
Oh. Whoa. Good job.
Good job.
I have a clip for this.
Because she got a great ass. And you got your head all the way up it.
Dude.
just.
I cannot comprehend this shit.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Que Criciúma trânsito parado, mas de repente você liga.
What the fuck?
Mesmo, não.
Bro. Fuck.
I'm sorry. What?
What the fuck did I just witness?
How did you get a whole horse on there?
Help me out. I'm really seeing that, right?
Yes, because I'm seeing it
Okay, good. I'm not crazy. Well, actually, that's arguable.
Holy hell. No comment.
Você liga, a vida não tá fácil mesmo,
Yeah. Wait, was it something I said?
No.
Okay.
What the fuck? What the fuck were you trying to do?
Nice going, bozo.
Oh no.
Absolutely not. It's fair.
Uh-oh.
No.
Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Fuck up tremendously, apparently.
What the shit?
Jesus Christ, did that really happen?
Oh my god. What?
I can make an obvious joke, but it's just too tasteless.
Same. Oh my god. Homie forgot to shut his door.
Is that truck on a jack?
It's a very basic thing to shut a fucking car door.
What the?
Even a toddler could do it. What the fuck?
Dude got clotheslined by the gate. Oh shit.
The fact that my 4-year-old and my 4 and 5-year-old kids can close a door, but you fucking can't, says a lot.
I gotta watch this 360 again.
Wait, what?
Whew!
Wait, no, what? What did you say?
I said I gotta watch this 360 again.
Oh, yeah.
Whew!
Shit.
Oh shit, he's dragging the line! And then that happens.
Oh, he's just cruising.
Yeah, that happened.
Ooh!
Dude, that does not smell good at all.
Pretty sure your ass is on fire, guy.
Looking like John Panetta at an Indian restaurant.
Oh. That feel.
Oh, come on, that was a good joke.
That feel when you get reverse and accelerate confused.
Oh, yeah, it's part of the reason I can't drive. Well, that and I have a heavy foot.
Oh.
Smooth as silk. Not smooth.
Turn the wheel the other way. Hey! Hey, you're with him? Tell him to turn the wheel sharp this way and back all the way out. You did it wrong. You don't know how to drive.
No shit.
That cue Arnold Schwarzenegger from Total Recall or Tom Cruise from Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Or just, what the fuck?
Oh no!
Bro.
Not only did you not put it in park, but you crashed into the short bus. Bro! I hope there weren't any...
Also, I made an error with something I said earlier. My daughter is actually 3, not 4 till October, but the point stands.
I hope there weren't any kids on that bus.
I hope so. I hope not either. Just what the actual fuck?
Oj. Azért még korán van ehhez, mondtam, hogy ez még korán van.
Well, okay then.
Woo! Easy there, Paul Walker.
Dude. Just, dude. What the... Yeah, there's only one thing stronger than family.
Yeah.
The straight Paul Walker hit.
Dude.
I am going to hell.
That car is sticking straight up in the sand.
What the hell the fuck did he do that?
That is beautiful. I gotta watch that again.
Dude, like what the actual fuck? It's a hard knock night for us. It's a hard knock night. Like, it's a hard fuck life. My neighbors hate me.
Oh my god.
What?
The Jeep stuck under the bridge.
Oh shit. How the fuck did that happen?
You fucking knob. Woo.
Amy Jo, come inside.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Must be a drunk who thinks it's a drive-through.
That little piece might break. Yeah.
Let me... Oh, sitting there like, let me... While there's literally screaming people in the background.
Oh.
That's the reality for most potheads.
Oh my god.
Oh shit!
This is a quick...
Bro!
God damn! My god.
This is a quick review. This is my first jaunt out, but I can tell you right now, it gives you a lot of control. And...
Famous last words?
Yeah, that's gonna age very badly in a minute.
Oh my god. Ha.
my god.
Jesus!
Fuck.
Oh. Good job, retard.
Nice going, bozo.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Way to check your blind spots.
And this is what happens when you leave your car overnight under the heron's nest.
Oh. Come on, guys.
Learn to drive.
Learn to drive and understand your clearance level. Understand your height levels and your versus overpass clearances.
What the bug?
Oh
crap.
Well, I didn't.
Good job, dipshit.
Fit, boys.
Bozo. What are the infamous words of George Carlin again?
The what?
The infamous words of George Carlin again that you said in one of our past streams about Resident Evil 4 Abridged and Leon raging about the Los Illuminados.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits, fart, turd, and twat.
And I said he could literally replace what Leon said with that, and it would make perfect sense. Yeah, I'm stepping away for a second. I'll be right back.
All right, you're good, dude.
Stay it out. Geezer. Mate, you can't park there.
Hello, this is not the time to talk this, okay?
Yep, that's what happens, dumbass. That's what happens when you're impatient and you don't want to wait for other drivers.
Non, monsieur, ça passe pas.
Oh, shit. Oh my god. Both of them came off. I don't understand what makes people think their car is the center of the universe. He's like, well, fuck you, I'm more important. Well, apparently not. White girl problems.
Oh, and it was
Oh! Dude! You seriously pulled that shit. I mean, first off, pulled that shit in general. You pulled that on a fucking cop.
Exposed, 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 exposed. You are exposed. Exposed, 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 exposed. You are exposed, sir. I'm gonna expose you. Exposed. Oh my god, expose you. Exposed, 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 exposed.
Alright, you get the point.
And it's on my dash
Cam! Oh, yes!
Well, rip this.
Ooh, good job, dumbass. Oh, I'm more important because I have a bigger vehicle.
Oh,
Are you okay?
oh, I just f***ed up my heart, my soft top.
No pickup truck, no problem. What the f is this?
Yeah, sure, that's not a hazard at all.
These are Miami problems.
The Miami problem. Oh, God.
They still won't understand that I will not get a...
Uh-oh.
I have returned.
All right. Woo!
How many crashes did I miss?
A fuck ton.
Oh, shit. Yeah?
What the hell? Did you not have it in all the way? That's what she said.
Sorry, I had to unexpectedly step away again.
You missed a good / dumb joke that I made. Apparently somebody didn't have the hose in their didn't have the gas hose in their can in the thing all the way, so it's spilling gas everywhere. And I said, "Did you not have it in all the way?" That's what she said.
Damn. Savage.
They're really gonna fight over this. Yep.
You'd be surprised what people fight over these days. I mean, we literally just got done with a video ranting and raving about people trying to say, "Oh, Xbox is dead," but it's like, no, it's not fucking dead, you retards.
Uh-oh. Somebody didn't apply the parking brake again.
Nice going, bozo.
Wow.
That is probably out by...
More retards in this video. There are more retards in this video that I went to high school with.
Fuck. How? Homie is driving sideways.
How the fuck did he manage that?
I don't know, but I'm not sure I want to know.
Reminds me of a sign I saw a few years back. My expectations were low, but holy shit.
Right?
It might have been back in 2020. Which, you know, checks out.
That's impressive.
That's terrifying.
Oh my god. Bro's hood is so jacked up that he literally is leaning out the side of his car like Ace Ventura.
Dude.
This dude is pulling a mattress. Oh my god. He lost it.
What the hell? Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
This can't possibly end well. Oh, there it is.
Ooh, what's gonna happen?
Oh no. No, not the bus! Not the bus!
Oh! Look at this idiot!
You know, Tommy Lee Jones once said to Jim Carrey, "I can't sanction your buffoonery." Well, I can't sanction this shit.
Good job, dipshit. You went down a one-way.
I don't even drive, and I can tell what these people are all doing wrong.
Oof. Yeah, existing.
Most of the women in my family have road rage.
Oh, there goes your trailer.
I've witnessed Lily's road rage, and my God, it's scary when she says, "I will crash this car into you right now." It's like, hey, I'm in the passenger seat, weirdo.
Yep, that's gonna follow.
It's the same woman.
Yep.
There it is. This is the same woman who literally hits a curb full force and giggles and says, "My bad."
Oh. Certified bra moment. Oh. Tried to turn too soon.
Oh no. Oh, he's hitting the wall.
Oh!
Signs exist for a reason,
Oh,
dipshit.
he's out. Just give me stop. You might want to get behind that tire. Yeah. Oh, the whole rim came off.
Did you just say a whole rib came off?
Okay.
A whole rim.
Oh.
What's even going on there?
Look, somebody didn't strap their shit down again. Shit. Well, at least it didn't hit the truck. Roll
You'd be
over.
surprised. You'd be surprised, fucking.
Really, guy? How are you going to try and cut off... I assume this is an 18-wheeler. How are you going to try to cut off an 18-wheeler with such a tight spacing?
What I want to know is how hard is it to knock your retard behind the wheel?
Apparently apparently a bunch of sub-shoe size IQ people get behind the wheel and just automatically think they're Dominic Toretto.
Yeah, well, keep that up. Your family wants nothing to do with you. And we all know Dom is all about family.
Oh, somebody hit black ice.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Downhill! Dude!
I'm still comprehending this.
Oh, shit!
Just, bruh.
Dude lost 2 tires at the same time. Oh my god! I fucking hate
I now see why you don't drive either.
Fucking hate people. Whoa, shit. Dude almost saw Jesus there.
I definitely saw a brief flash of him for a second. And I'm not even in the car.
Oh, good job, dipshit. You drifted into the truck's lane.
Sounds like most drunks back in my hometown.
Oh.
He
Oh.
hooked him up for no way!
Oh, God. What were you trying to do? Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh god. Oh god, don't.
Oh, good God. That's gonna fall. That's gonna fall!
Yep.
Yep.
There it goes. As someone who used to operate a forklift when I worked my factory job, this...
Wait, you don't need a license? You don't need a license to drive a forklift?
At the factory I worked at, they let you drive a forklift even when you were unlicensed, even if you didn't have a certificate.
That sounds like a NOSHA violation if I've ever heard one.
I wonder if it's a violation to hire registered sex offenders, because that's who more than half of my coworkers were.
Ah, well, fuck them all.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I quit that job. But yeah, that is...
I thought it was also because of the freaking 1 hour to work, 1 hour back, and a 12-hour shift, and you're gone for freaking 14 hours.
That too, but also the fact that I was working around a bunch of registered sex offenders. So, but yeah.
Remember, I worked for a karaoke guy briefly who was one. So
yeah. So yeah, as someone who used to operate a forklift, that just gives me severe PTSD.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Uh-oh.
Bro, what the fuck?
Good job.
Nice going.
Oh my god.
Fucking how, dude? Fucking how? Welcome to the family, son. Punch. And I just got booted in the face.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm multitasking again. So not only did you not properly strap the vehicle down on the bed of your truck, now you're so fucking stupid that you can't even operate a parking brake. I hope this was your first day. Alright, so that was the end of that video.
Airplane freak.
We now shift gears to another Florida man. Good old Charlie for the craziest airplane freakout ever.
Airplane freakouts are always extreme. They are just downright diabolical. There's something about air travel that can just bring the demon out of some people. And there's even a term for it called airplane psychosis, where sometimes someone will just have an acute psychic. They just start reading people's mind like Charles Xavier when they get on a plane. They will have an acute psychotic break where like the stress or anxiety of flying will have them just kind of have this switch flipped where they just kind of go berserk.
Stay there.
Don't touch
her. No. No, this is where her asshole is. Do not touch her. Look at her. Shut the fuck up. Don't fucking touch me. Let go.
There's a lot to unpack here. Obviously, we're tuning in a bit late into the season premiere. They apparently were arguing because this lady was like insulting her, and then it eventually had her like leaning over, and then she said this is where her asshole is, which is, I mean, that's playing a game of where's Waldo with the old brown balloon knot. Who doesn't love that old pastime?
I've honestly never heard of pre-flight psychosis.
Yeah, speaking of flight incidents, whatever happened to that guy wearing the Burger King crown?
Come again?
You know, the freaking guy wearing the mask, wearing a crown. Like, whatever happened with him?
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know, but it was this old guy with long hair. Like, he was sitting on a plane. He was wearing like a kid's birthday crown, and I think what happened was he said the N-word or something.
I wouldn't know, but I've never heard of pre-flight psychosis. Then again, I don't fly like at all. I've only ever flown one time in my entire life, and it was a connecting flight from St. Louis to Denver to San Diego, because I was spending a couple weeks. It was like the summer between my freshman and sophomore year, and I was spending a couple weeks with my older sister Amy and her at the time husband, because he was stationed at Camp Pendleton. And
you said Pendleton?
Yeah, Camp Pendleton.
Yeah.
And let's just say I don't have any interest in flying ever again. Because we had a 23-hour layover in Denver. We were at the airport. We were at the Denver airport for 23 hours, waiting for our flight to get a flight to San Diego. That's not an experience I ever want to relive.
Can't say I blame you, dude.
So, plus I'm just deathly afraid of dying on an airplane.
Yeah, Final Destination style.
Well, I mean, if a car stalls, you don't fall out of the sky. You just coast to the side of the road and wear the battery down. So, oh, wait, you shouldn't worry about dying on an airplane, because if it's your time to die, it's just your time. What if it's not my time? What if it's the guy sitting next to me? Their time to die, I'm on their plane, that'll suck. Oh, your stewardess is there. She'll show you all the safety information you need to.
Well, you see, a car crash and a plane crash could happen at literally any time during the day.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what the stewardess shows you for your safety information? How to use a seatbelt. I've been riding in a car for over 32 and a half years. Where's my parachute? I've seen the news. This thing blows up when it hits the ground. Sure, let me tighten this up. I would just jump out and flap my arms first.
Yeah, for that, just flap your damn arms.
You don't know.
Yeah, fuck it. Full send.
You don't know. You might get lucky. We're here at the crash scene where everyone died except one man flapped his ass to safety. Okay, now I'm just doing Steve McGrew. Moving on.
A little weird to be doing that to a stranger on a plane, though. It seemed like she was trying to film something with her phone when she said that, and then the lady that she was insulting, like, hit her phone away, which then led to her grabbing her hair and just yanking on it.
Let go of her hair.
You can't do that.
Let go, miss. Let go of her hair.
I'm
not. Andre, I'm not even touching your hair, bitch. Andre, you need the police right now.
You need to let go right now.
We need those 911.
So I'm a little torn on if this is actual airplane psychosis or if she's on something here, because she's not even in the same dimension. She's now saying she's not even touching her hair, even though she has a fistful of those fucking follicles right now. She is yanking on that hair like she's trying to climb rope with it like Rapunzel, yet she's saying she's not. Maybe she is lucid and just, I don't know, just spitting a bunch of barnacles out there. But as this progresses, you're going to see that she is just in wacko mode right now, going full-blown, uncaged, unhinged, insano style.
You need to let go.
911 back.
You need to let go right now.
That's the person there right now. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't want to sit next to a fucking fat lady.
Let go. You need to let go over here right now. Let go over here.
You guys are already past the point of no return.
The actual
Over here. Let's go for hair, miss. Y'all have seen me. You know what's going on.
Now, it's hard to figure out exactly what started all of this. You kind of have to piece together the little breadcrumbs of lore like it's the Dark Souls narrative. But we have alternate angles here to try and piece together the mystery of what started all of this. And judging from this other angle, it seems like nothing started this. She is actually off her gourd. And the lady that she just keeps calling fat over and over again didn't do anything at all to provoke this. She just happened to be nearby in this woman's aggro range and was the recipient of her wrath.
This is worth $250 to you? Look at this. Look at this. $250? I'm sorry. There's like, I'm like not touching this girl's ass. I'm sorry, I don't care. Are you okay?
Down here right away. She just struck some
So the no flight list is about to add another person.
Anyone can see this. Fuck it.
This was the prologue here before she grabbed the woman's hair. She's just yapping about $250 about something. It's incomprehensible gobbledygook. But anyway, let's go back to people trying to like restrain her and stop her from yanking on this woman's hair.
LaGuardia. Going from LaGuardia to Kansas City. Okay, I forget where LaGuardia is, so I'm gonna go. I have an idea of where it is, but I am going to. It's in Queens, so it's just New York woman being a New York woman.
That checks out.
Yeah.
That definitely checks out.
Oh, jeez.
This is retarded. Yeah, put me on the ground. Put me on the ground. Alright. Look at this fat lady. Look at this badass bitch. She can't even, look, you can't even see her stomach. It's horrible. Look at her outfit. Look at this fat ass bitch.
Look at this dumbass, crazy ass bitch. How many Tide Pods did you eat?
Not enough, apparently.
There he is. You can't even show your mouth because you're embarrassed. You can't even see it because you're embarrassed. Shut the fuck up.
Who is Alana?
Sorry, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, ugly ass fucking dude. Who's never gonna lay it again?
She actually looks possessed. She looks like the horror movie poster to a film about an exorcism. She looks like she's trying to do an Amy Lee cosplay from Evanescence, but she got too hard into Fent on the way. She is leaning over, insulting these two people who have done nothing wrong from what I can tell from the two videos here that showcase this event and everything kind of leading up to it. She's just over here insulting them while getting restrained, and spoiler alert, she's about to make it physical. She doesn't just stop at just insulting them and all that. She then starts like actually attacking the woman.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm sorry, black guy.
You mean beyond what she was already doing? Grabbing the woman's hair?
My boyfriend's black, so shut the fuck up. My boyfriend's fucking a black guy. My boyfriend's a black. My boyfriend's black.
I haven't seen this much incompetence since the cop at the beginning of Resident Evil 7.
The fucking black guy.
I really thought she was about to put on a Burger King crown. I thought the old Burger King plain guy was about to find his Burger Queen here.
You're joking.
I mean, you did bring him up earlier. Oh.
Shut the.
Don't. No. Now you just caught an assault charge for spitting on her.
Assault charge. Who is this? Frickin' Sean Malarkey?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I guess so.
I am in awe at the restraint of that woman who's getting spit on to not like pop that lady in the nose, not to just lay down the meanest fucking haymaker on that woman. That's assault. It is textbook assault. She is hawking loogies on this woman, spitting like an alpaca here. I cannot believe that she had the restraint to not hit her. I really don't know how she was able to do that. She must be some kind of saint or something, like the Zen master, able to like fight that urge to just blast her in the fucking face. That was an actual Vinland Saga Season 2 moment. I have no enemies. I actually cannot believe it. And it only gets worse though. Like, she doesn't stop at just spitting. As I said, she gets like really physical.
Ugly ass bitch, you're so fucking. Wait, you guys, you never got laid in your life. Your boyfriend's dick is like 2 inches big. That's embarrassing. I'm so sorry about your boyfriend. That's horrible.
I mean, okay, when she opens her mouth, I'm having flashbacks to Whoa, Vicky.
Except she doesn't quite sound like she's been chewing on quarters all day.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, she has
It's
about
a
the,
certified-
she has about the same IQ.
I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
If she's lucky.
If you can muster enough air out of your lungs to utter the words "I can't breathe," especially that many times, you most definitely can fucking breathe, you liar.
I can't breathe.
So she blue
Yeah.
screens there for a moment, claiming she can't breathe and like pretends to faint so that way she can get to the ground, which frees her from everyone's grasp. But don't be fooled, it's all just a ruse. What she's doing is she's entering low power mode so she can charge her ult more effectively. You're about to see it unleashed.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Let me go, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Shut the fuck up, I can't breathe. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Nobody's fucking touching me, fuck you. You're not letting me go, motherfucker.
Her legs are spread up in the air. I get the feeling that's a natural position for her. Nothing? No, not even a titter.
Sorry, I spaced the fuck out for a second.
I said she's got her legs up in the air, and she did have them spread pretty wide earlier. I said I get the feelings that's a natural position for her.
Hey man, I'll talk about my ex like that.
Nobody's letting me go. I can get out.
No, I'm not talking about this woman. I don't even know this woman. It's just a common fact that my last long relationship, she always definitely had her legs raised up in the air at one point or another.
She wormed her
For other
way up a
guys, I
little
mean.
bit so she could get a better angle. She wormed her way up a little bit so she could get a better angle to start kicking that woman that she's been insulting this whole time. And she throws like a flurry of kicks. She like unleashes some like capoeira maneuvers from down there. Also, I just have to mention, whoever is filming this, what an extraordinary job. They followed the action from start to finish and kept the villain in the center of it the entire time. There was like not a single moment that they didn't have like the perfect angle to capture this, and there was no shaky cam. I don't know if they were using a gimbal, like they had a fucking Ronin with them to film this, but it was unbelievable work. It was so smooth. You don't see movies with camera work this smooth sometimes. So, really impressive job from whoever filmed this.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fast! Fuck you! You're so beautiful! You're stunning! Shut the fuck up! Can anybody do something, please? Get the fuck up! Hold on, everybody. No. Yeah, okay, you know, I'm gonna sit around this way. Alright. Okay, I'm sorry. My person is black. You need to show for that. No, you're legit. No, my boyfriend's black. You need to show for that intersection.
The woman who was getting kicked finally finds a way of getting out of there and like escaping, like evacuating this area with the fucking menace on the loose here. And I don't know what happened at the end there, but she just keeps repeating that her boyfriend is black, and then it sounds like she's starting to cry. And then immediately she snaps back into fucking demon time after repeating that for like the 4th time, and then starts just kicking and screaming again.
My boyfriend is black.
Alright, I can do that.
No, you need
Bruh.
to kill black.
I don't know what having a black boyfriend has to do with literally anything. Especially
Sounds like
as,
racism.
especially as it pertains to you being a psycho on a fucking airplane and delaying and wasting everybody's time, because I'm sure they want to get to their... I'm sure they...
Everybody on that flight is sick. I'm sure everyone on that flight is sick of your shit.
I'm sure they all just want you to shut the fuck up so they can get to Kansas City.
So they can just fucking take off, bruh.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck you! Fuck you! Leave me the fuck alone!
The way she snaps back and forth from like being on the verge of tears to then going right back into kicking everyone and screaming, it feels like a psychotic episode here. I think it's probably airplane psychosis, maybe coupled with like alcohol, like maybe she's fucking sloshed, I don't know, but this seems like a case of airplane psychosis, which is a very real thing and a very confusing phenomenon. Now, the video ends shortly after here with her still doing that while handcuffed on the floor, but alternate angle, someone captured footage of how they got her off the plane, and it's like something out of Silence of the Lambs. Oh god.
Fuck. What's going on?
They put a COVID mask on her.
I have no words.
They put a COVID mask on her like she's Hannibal Lecter. It's like a spit shield.
Yeah, it's funny you should mention that. It's funny you should mention Hannibal. Funny you should mention Hannibal, because I was literally watching the kill count for Red Dragon last night. You know, with the guy who plays Voldemort.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I told you, but Brian Cox played Hannibal on Manhunter back in '85.
I know. I actually already knew about that.
Oh, well. Oops.
Yeah, I haven't seen his version. Nor have I really seen Mads Mikkelsen's version of Hannibal. I've only ever seen the Anthony Hopkins portrayal.
Yeah. You've really only seen Hopkins.
Yeah. So.
Oh, wow.
They got her strapped down to the bed and escorted by like 6 officers there going through the airport. Fucking brutal, man. Like this freak out was unreal. Probably earned her a spot on the no-fly list, I would imagine. I don't think Southwest is going to be all that excited to have her fly on their aircrafts going forward. But, wow. I would comfortably say this is one of the craziest airplane freakouts I've ever seen. At least in the top 3, I would imagine. I feel really bad for that lady and I believe her boyfriend. She kept saying it was her boyfriend, but I have no idea if that's true or not. It could have just been 2 people sitting there. I feel really bad for both of them to be on the receiving end of so much vitriol for absolutely fucking nothing from someone just going nuts. Anyway, wishing them well. That's really about it. So, yeah.
So. Oh, we now move from that disaster to another disaster. Well, disaster for at least one person. A hilarious bedrock of content for the rest of us. An update, courtesy of Jamari, on Vitaly's situation over in the Philippines.
Okay, so fuck around, find out.
Yes. Yes.
So just last week, I was telling you guys how OG YouTuber Vitaly has been going through it over in the Philippines. He has been straight up begging for forgiveness, saying that his mental health had been compromised. Apparently, the man had rediscovered religion, and he even requested to be bailed out for the time being while his trial waits hearing, or to be deported altogether. Obviously, he was denied bail, and the big problem with him being deported is that both America and Russia, where he's actually from, want absolutely nothing to do with this guy. In fact, Russia said that he should serve as a good example of what not to do for their citizens when traveling abroad, and that they respect the Filipino people and their decisions regarding Vitaly's detainment.
Dude, how badly do you have to fuck up for your own home country to not want anything to do with you? To just be like, you know what, you can keep him.
Yeah, just fuck right off.
And you know what? I don't blame Russia in the slightest for that.
Foreign nationals who abuse our hospitality and violate our laws must face the consequences. The Bureau is resolute. We will not allow our deportation process to be undermined by publicity tactics or legal maneuvering. No special treatment will be given.
Now, this entire time, yes, we had been getting updates, but we hadn't seen, like, actual pictures or videos of what Vitaly was currently looking like after 2 months in this nightmare facility. But recently, he was moved from there into an actual Filipino prison where he awaits his eventual trial. And let me tell you guys, the difference in not only his general physique, but also his expressions and his overall attitude could not be more jarring. Here is Vitaly before, all smiles in the courtroom and even laughing and mocking the people for his own idiotic actions.
Probably thinking that it's going to be just like an American prison, and he can just grin and bribe his way out. But...
And here is Vitaly after these 2 months.
Woo! Look at the size difference.
Yeah, that's not something you want to screw with.
Whew!
The people for his own
Look at how jacked he is here.
Idiotic actions. And here is Vitaly after these.
And look at how badly he has shrunk here. Because, obviously, he is not getting access to TRT, he's not getting access to anabolic steroids, and he is most definitely not getting access to the kind of food he's used to eating.
Yeah, definitely not.
That's gonna shrink you quick.
Shred it down to the bone, son.
Yeah.
These 2 months, where he obviously looks like a shell of his former self, losing what I estimate to be over 50 pounds, as well as his will to live. You know, I guess there's no steroid needles and protein shakes where he was currently staying. I think it was really just rat piss and cockroach droppings. And that big old smile that he had painted on his face before, that real smug look, was the exact thing they wanted wiped off his mug. I mean, this guy looks completely destroyed. He holds his hands over his head as he knows he's getting screwed. We also got a couple of other photos of him actually discovering he would be being moved to an actual prison. And this guy looks stressed out, to say the least. Likely praying to God that this could all go away after playing with fire in a foreign land and getting burned. I mean, he really thought that the money he has would make these things simply go away like they did in the past when he would do bad shit, but obviously that was not the case, and the Filipino people clearly want him to face justice, refusing to drop their charges. I mean, really, the headline here should be, YouTuber learns that you cannot pay off everyone in your life. And some of you may have noticed that his shirt there said immigration deportee, and it was almost like a sick, twisted joke, because I'm sure at first when he put that on, he did think that because of this label, he would be being deported, he would be free back in America or Russia. I mean, the motherfucker would probably take North Korea at this point. Because at the last press conference, his shirt had an acronym for the Bureau of Immigration Warden Facility, but like I said before, absolutely no one wants his ass, so it was kind of like the old bait and switch. Like, oh, you think you're going home, you think you're finally free from this 2-month nightmare, well, actually you're going to be going to a place that's much worse, with actual criminals this time who likely do not have a very good outlook on you. And now there has even been this photo released where it appears that Vitaly was getting baptized over there, which I guess is where this religious epiphany angle comes from when it comes to his legal team. Either way, on June 11th, Vitaly was moved to what is described as a high-security prison where he has been for the last week.
What was that?
Nothing. Just I got a message and I just read it and I just said to myself out loud, that's very fucked up.
Yeah.
Just some shit with my brother-in-law again. No need to elaborate.
Fair enough. So, so right now Vitaly's currently, and I think I did watch this video when it went live, but if I recall correctly, I don't remember if Jamari brings it up. I know Legal Mindset has brought it up, that his defense is he's begging for forgiveness, he's changed his ways, he's converting to Christianity, which is just a blatant appeal to the Filipino populace because they're a Christian country. And it's obvious he's trying to play to that to get released early so he doesn't face the full sentence.
Well, sorry to tell you, bud, but that's not how it works around these here parts.
No. Contrary to popular belief, God is a very adamant. God is very adamant about the principle of fuck around and find out.
Yeah. Very much so.
Sometimes it just takes a little while for you to get to the finding out part. But when you do, you find out hard.
Yeah, cue that, as you could see, the more you mess around, the more you're gonna find out.
Exactly.
This facility is actually called the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology in Muntinlupa City, where he still faces these charges of unjust vexation, theft, and public harassment. I've seen people predict that this could land him up to 18 months in prison, but I've also seen reports from the Philippines that he's still facing these 24 years, which, let's be honest, would obviously be a pretty extreme punishment even for what he did. And you also have to keep in mind that he could be waiting up to 3 years for his trial to start, and I feel like by then, he would literally look like a skeleton with skin draped over it. And many people who are more familiar with the Philippines and their justice system actually speculate that by that time, Vitaly would not even be alive. But who knows, maybe his internet celebrity status will save him from that outcome. Either way, I watched this documentary about the specific prison that Vitaly is actually going to from back in 2023, and much like where he already was, I would not call it a walk in the park. As a matter of fact, it seems much worse. Like I said, he's around actual criminals this time, instead of just other foreigners who are awaiting deportation, many of them who did nothing wrong. But like before, this place is overcrowded. Like at the time of the documentary, it was built to house around 1,500 prisoners, but they had over 8,000.
It is virtually impossible to move around. No distractions. They're alone with their thoughts, concerns, and fears.
They also discuss how the new people basically are at the bottom of this totem pole, getting really bad treatment from the other prisoners, and you're pretty much a peon in there.
As the new guy, he gets the worst spot in the cell, right next to the toilet.
Once again, there is obviously a serious hygiene problem with this overcrowding. And can you guys believe that all of these prisoners actually share one single bathroom with no running water or plumbing?
This is our toilet and bath.
I can think of no worse hell. I mean, I can think of no worse hell than prison in general, but especially to especially to be in such a confined space under those circumstances with those living conditions. I would just die. I'll be straight up, I would actually die in there.
Yeah, just hell no. Got 0 words for that.
But at the same time, I feel zero sympathy for him because he literally did this to himself. If you break,
we have less than 0 sympathy for morons.
If you break the law in a foreign country, you have to face their consequences, and this is exactly what's happening. So, fuck him.
Literally.
Yeah, he probably will be.
We only have water from buckets.
Just one bathroom for 92 people. No running water. Catastrophic hygienic conditions.
They describe the food portions here as just enough to survive, but nothing more than that. And they say without money, people here do not have access to simple necessities like toothpaste, clothing, or soap. And let me also just say that based on this footage, Vitaly is really going to stick out like a sore thumb there in that prison. Most prisoners here do appear to be from the Philippines, which really tells me that they must really be trying to make an example out of Vitaly at this point. Like it was not enough for him to live in hell for the last 2 months, they wanted to make it even worse.
A 6-meter-high double fence made of barbed wire surrounds the prison. 10 watchtowers also surround the prison complex.
During the documentary, they talk about this black soccer player who had to be removed from the general population, not because he had really done anything wrong, but because he got into many fights there due to his race.
It's really hard because you have no visitations. All of your privileges, they will gonna remove it from you. They are all walking around, they are playing basketball. I get jealous because I'm an athlete. Being here, it's really hard for me, especially I'm alone here that time, getting into crazy. Yeah, I'm talking to myself that time because I'm alone.
And I do assume this will be a similar fate that Vitaly will face. I mean, I'll say even the prisoner in there with the utmost respect from the authorities, a man named Ranilo, who is facing 15 years for drug dealing, has the nicest setup in this prison, which is a 1.5 meter cubicle that he gets to himself, where he has these pretty cute cats. I won't lie, I think that would save me from a little bit of insanity. But with that being said, this guy had to do a whole lot to get that. He had already been there for 3 years, and he had to do all of these personal favors for guards, and he had to provide himself as an authority figure for other prisoners to really earn their respect in this 1.5 square meter cubicle. But hey, I'll take it because here are the sleeping conditions that Vitaly will be incurring every single night.
Packed tightly together, they get ready for the long night ahead. Many suffer from nightmares.
Overall, it's beyond clear to me that Vitaly is pretty much fucked.
And could not have happened to a nicer guy.
Bruh.
A man who pioneered YouTube pranks, who went to jail for assaulting a woman years ago, but obviously that didn't do much to affect him. Who thought he could go to a foreign country and just be the Russian equivalent of Johnny Somali. And yeah, you get what you fucking deserve.
Okay, Joaquin Phoenix.
I mean, am I lying, though?
No, you are not.
Exactly.
I mean, the guy's face looks totally defeated. Honestly, the only way I could see him being saved here is through some sort of Trump pardon. But this guy isn't even American, so it's very hard for me to see Trump wasting his time on someone.
I doubt Trump would even attempt to, because number one, he's got more important shit to worry about. Number two, like Jamari said, the guy's not even an American. He's Russian-American, but mainly Russian. I guess it's one of those cases where you have, like, dual citizenship.
That's not gonna help your case, but...
No, it's not gonna help you. Just like Johnny Somali's been begging Trump to get him out of South Korea, it's like, that's not gonna happen. You fucked around. You tested the boundaries of the law in a foreign country. Now you face the consequences.
You found out that you don't fuck around.
Yeah.
Who was already causing a lot of trouble in the past in America for his reckless actions. I mean, obviously this should serve as a wake-up call for not only Vitaly, but also other idiot streamers who are looking for clout and attention through public harassment. But I gotta say it, even now, though I doubt this guy will learn his lesson. I mean, I watched the last video he had posted to his YouTube channel when he announced his comeback, and this guy literally glorifies every negative thing he's done in his life and his past. Even calling himself a supervillain who will never die, the guy thinks he's like the Joker or something, and he twists his own reality through his own lens. I mean, like, if there was a poster boy for not being able to take accountability, it would be Vitaly next to Fuzi. I mean, first off, he blames all of his shitty actions on his childhood, which is just like a classic trope. He calls the incident where he was arrested for doing drugs and a woman simply a low point in his life. He thinks of himself as rebuilding his body through massive amounts of steroids as a positive thing, something that people should be motivated by. He glorifies his fake pranks, he glorifies his fake life, and even the botched catching that he was doing last year he sees as this noble thing, despite the fact that it was all for content, and due to his Bush League investigations, all these freaks never faced real legal consequences, and got away with doing this nasty shit.
The most fascinating part about supervillains is their obsession with notoriety. They are obsessed with being the bad guy. They'll do anything for attention, even if it creates absolute havoc, leaving those around them to clean up the mess.
Yeah, I'm here to pick up friend. The tally.
They love seeing the world burn.
Either way, it's just so ironic to me that something like this was uploaded right before the shitstorm really hit. I mean, really, guys, this is like a primary lesson in fucking around and finding out.
Perfect. Love that he brought up the diagram. I love that he brought up the diagram.
That is just super fitting.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
What happens when you break the law in a foreign country, dipshit?
Yeah, you are now at the maximum level of fuck around and find out. And again,
Too late to back out now, dude.
And again, if you want to go looking for sympathy, just crack open a dictionary and flip to somewhere between shit and syphilis.
Bro, what the fuck?
It literally is in the dictionary between shit and syphilis. I looked it up.
Yeah. That's just fucked up.
But either way, this was just a quick little update. Y'all let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think that Vitaly will actually face like 20 plus years in prison? Do you think it will be an 18-month thing? Do you think that Trump will step in? Either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing, but as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other super villains out here need to be covered, so I'm out. Peace!
Alright, and on that note, we are going to call it a night because I am starting to yawn extra hard right now. And I gotta get up hella goddamn early.
You're what extra hard?
Yawning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, all I heard was you are extra hard.
Well,
because it cut out.
Well, that too, but...
Oh my god.
But, yeah, I gotta get up. I gotta go to work in the morning. And, yeah. So...
That was fun.
So we're gonna hang it up here. I plan on doing a 4th of July stream next Wednesday. We'll just have to see. We'll have to see what comes of that, but everybody stuck around for the stream, even for the fuck up at the beginning. I don't know.
You are totally appreciated.
I still don't know what the hell happened with that. So hopefully it doesn't happen again. But appreciate everybody stopping by. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next stream.